Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah, about time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be tripping, starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this bad at board games. Whole world clueless, selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds, think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe, tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do, come vibe with the blue. Yeah, vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, got the homie Carter presents in the building. Welcome to the 176th episode of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream in this or any other Earth in the multiverse. Also, make sure that you also go check us out over on Spotify, because we got the podcast goes up every week after the stream goes off the air. A little while after the stream goes off the air, because it takes time to do these things. But you can find it on Spotify, of course, YouTube, where you are right now. You can also find it on Google, Apple, and anywhere else good content can be found. Carter, it's time for the Blerd Cave. What's good? Look, for those that don't know, if you haven't kept up with Carter's Twitter feed, you're about to be in for a real rude awakening. I'm about to mute my mic and just hand the show over to Carter for a little bit, so that he can tell y'all about some, I believe you could call this some kung fu treachery. some old bullshit. And I don't mean old, not OLD, some OLE, some old English bullshit. Carter, we're gonna bring the mood down just a little bit, then we're gonna try and bring you back up. Carter, go ahead, go off, King, go off.
All right, so while I drink water out of fucking mason jar, if you have not been keeping up with you just felt like pulling your jug over because I was sipping out of a mason jar. Okay, that's what we're doing this morning. All right. So, long story short, last week at the end of the show, I basically said that the PS5 that was graciously gifted to me by one Jonathan Moda was gonna be in my hands not too long after the show ended. It was not. Not to pretty much delve too deep into it. If you all want to know the whole scoop, just honestly, at Carter Presents on Twitter, I have it all there. It's the pinned tweet. Long story short is the PS5 was stolen. It was stolen by the people that Sony shipped the PS5 to, which was FedEx. It did not show up Saturday. I called Saturday night. They said they were going to investigate it and see where the package was. And then Sunday came and I didn't hear anything. And then Monday came and I still hadn't heard anything. I reached out again by calling and was told the same response. Shout out to my homegirl Red Infamy. If any of you all know or don't know that sister, be sure to just give her a look. Just a hardcore game geekstress from New York City. Looks amazing, but sound like Kanan on Power. Shout out to Red Infamy. She basically told me to reach out to FedEx's Twitter because their Twitter is very fast to respond. And from the tweet I posted, they are very fast to respond. Basically, the Twitter page was able to tell me that my PS5 was scanned on Saturday and supposed to be shipped over, supposed to be driven to my place to be delivered, but the driver could not find the PS5 on his truck. Fast forward to yesterday, I was able to get a phone call from FedEx's escalation team, which basically told me that they closed my case. They were going to give all their information to the security team for FedEx, and they filed a complaint with the driver because the driver said that he actually delivered it Monday, but he didn't say that he delivered it up until Thursday to kind of cover himself. So it's a lot of shit with this, man. Long story short, I do not have it. I reached out to Sony's live support yesterday morning. They are going to investigate it on their end. hopefully it's a thorough investigation because this situation is tricky because the person who took it sent the package as delivered to me. And that was one of the first things that the Sony support team actually said. Were you sure a neighbor doesn't have it? You sure your friend don't have it? Because we have it in our system that it was delivered. So that's where stuff is going to get tricky. Again, I really, really hope Sony do a thorough investigation and they talk to the right people that can let them know the entire situation of what went on. Because this is something I've been dealing with for a week. I'm pissed, but not for the reasons you all think. I'm not pissed because I don't have a PS5. I'm pissed because Jonathan Moda did something that was very nice and very generous. Even though a lot of y'all asses knew, like, I'm not the guy to accept stuff like that, but he did it anyway, and I was really appreciative of it. And some bitch-made punk comes out of nowhere, and now it's just a toss-up to what's gonna happen. But I'm hoping that Sony does their investigation. They said it's gonna take up to 5 business days to fully investigate everything, and then they're gonna let me know what they're gonna do about it. But yeah, I did not want to talk about this on the show. To be completely honest with you all, I told Ernie I wasn't even gonna do the show today because I'm still fucking heated about this whole situation. And I played some games with him. I kind of picked myself up, cheered myself up, watched this past week's episode of Atlanta, which Ernie told me to watch. Ernie foul for telling me to watch it because now I see why he wanted me to watch it. And I was ready to do the show this morning, and then he tells me that the first comment in the chat was from Gabriel Knight saying I was going to be late because I'm going to be playing my PS5. And I said, well, fuck. But again, you all, that's the situation. I will keep you all updated. If you want to know like the nitty gritty shit of everything, again, at Carter Presents on Twitter, just to read that whole thread. I've been doing updates on there as well. But now, Ernie, let's get to the shit.
One thing I do want to interject real quick, just because this is the part of this whole thing that's been baffling to me, and then we can go ahead and move on. Okay. Is that when you told me that the woman you talked to said that the package was scanned and shown, like was shown as still being at the building.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
That's the part that yeah.
And then they tried to say that it was delivered, and then like 2 days later tried to, or what was it? Then they tried to claim that it was delivered on Monday. That's the part that had me feeling tight, because it's like, all right, so I talked to your bitch ass on Wednesday, and you said the shit is still in your building.
So what he's saying is true.
Yeah.
Now, again, I have been on the phone with people since Saturday night when it was supposed to be here and didn't show up. I was then told Wednesday night that they were behind schedule on a lot of their deliveries, but rest assured, my package, my PS5 was still there. And they knew it was a PS5 at this point because they kept asking me what was in the package. So they got me on the line with the woman at this FedEx center, which is literally a 20-minute drive from my fucking crib. And she said that they're behind on deliveries. We apologize. Your package was still here. We scanned it on Monday. It's still here. It's going to be to you Thursday or by the latest Friday. And I go to work Thursday morning and I get a notification that your package has been delivered on Monday without a signature. When getting it, buying your PS5 directly from Sony requires there be a signature on it. Don't give a fuck who the signature's from, but there has to be a signature on the package. So,
also, yeah.
But no, you know what? Go ahead.
No. All I was gonna say is what makes this kind of even more frustrating is that, because I saw someone in the chat say that when Geronimo won the PS5, a couple weeks ago, and we sent it out to him, he said he was thinking the same thing. That, man, somebody probably gonna steal that shit. And remember how I told you, and I think I even talked about this last week, that the folks at the UPS store were acting like they were thinking about stealing. Like they were talking, like they kept talking off to the side and pointing at me and acting like I couldn't see their ass past that little ass curtain.
Yeah.
Look, but that said, to squeeze a little levity out of this, they look like type motherfuckers that would do what Darius and Ern did in Van for a PS5. That's all.
No spoilers, please. No spoilers.
Yeah, I ain't saying what it is. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. But that was really at the end of it all. It's out of FedEx's hands now. They've wiped their hands of it. I do still have some numbers I need to call just in case Sony needs some proof. I can get some more info and some shit emailed to me from FedEx. But the thing that got me was the fact that everything is being moved over to the security team of FedEx, and the driver, there was a complaint filed on the driver, and you and I have been in this business for a very long time to where we know if anyone gets a complaint against them or anything like that, at minimum, you just gonna get a stern talking to, maybe a write-up, and your ass is still on the clock, paid. You still working there. So that's one thing that just kind of had me really heated, that this person could very well do this shit to somebody else. But
you know what? Considering the nature of, like, and if this is actually treated like a theft, that actually could be worse for them because that's a felony.
Yeah.
Theft, like over 500, I think, what is it over 500? $500 is over $500 is a felony. If I remember correctly. They might have moved it up to $800. I don't know. But still, regardless, that is, that was some fuck shit. But you know what? On a brighter note, on a brighter note, we are going to be, for those who know, we are going to be talking about the She-Hulk finale, as the thumbnail might have implied. We're also going to talk about some Marvel movie news, some DC TV news. We'll also be talking about some Marvel Comics crossover news, stuff that came up last week while we were live we were live. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was New York Comic-Con related. So we weren't keeping an eye on it like that. We were trying to focus on the show. So we're going to talk about the stuff that they announced that during that time frame. We're going to talk about it this week. So first things first, we're going to get to She-Hulk. But before we do, I would like to address some super chats.
Okay.
Let's do that real quick. Can we? Why is this not working? Okay, there it goes. Make me have to hit twice. Lord. But we got Bot Boy Versus coming through with the. Oh, why is it not showing? Oh wait, wow. It had me on the rate on just. Thank you, Bot Boy Versus. We also we got one from Jamal Simmons with $2 super chat. It says Hulk King, Blerd, and Carter. Hey, can somebody do a mock-up? Can we get the mock-up? Because Photoshop is legit out here these days. Can someone get? I want to see a mock-up. Somebody come up with some. Where we Hulk Kinged out.
I don't want to be a Hulk. I don't want to be a fucking Hulk.
You don't want them stubby ass, muscular ass arms.
No, I'm good.
Anyway. Oh, come at me, bro. Anyway, we got one from LJ Brown with the £5. Says, as an Amazon worker, I can tell you a lot of drivers steal them consoles and some replace them with bags. Yeah, I think you actually said something about that.
Yeah,
in the Discord.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is because Carter was the one that told me you said that in the Discord because I didn't see it yet. And when I went and looked, I was like, because he was just like, she said, check out what LJ just dropped in Discord. And I was like, all right, let me go take a look, see what's going on here. And when I saw that shit, I was like, bruh.
Yep.
I had to get up and walk away for a while because I was like, you know what?
But I was like, that whole comment thread is several hundred people deep now, and it's people telling their stories about how that's happened with them, with FedEx specifically, and some friends of mine that I know that either work at one currently or they just work at the post office, and they've told me several stories about how, like, one girl, like, shout out to Zoo, she told me that like several PlayStations have come up missing where she works. one of my homeboys that works at the post office has told me about how people will get money sent to them like during Christmas and during the holidays. Like kids will get money sent to them and stuff like that. And he knows about people that have just gone in them letters, ripped the money out, and then just closed it back up and sent it on somewhere. So, and I think the craziest Twitter comment I saw, one brother said something along the lines of he was getting a PS5 or he was getting an Xbox or like a Steam Deck. It was one of them, and his package came up missing. But his case was wild because he said they didn't just say the package was missing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole damn truck was missing.
Wait, he got reservation dogged? For
That's
those who know what I'm talking
what I
about,
was
that's
just
literally the first
yo,
episode of
dude.
Reservation Dogs. They steal a snack food truck.
Wow.
Like the whole truck. The whole truck. Ramped down and everything because they're kids and they don't know how to drive delivered trucks. But yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat saying, yeah, over 500. Hell, I think I just see, wait, where did it go? Where'd it go? Night Parade Dragon said, yeah, as an AP worker, so it's just over $100. So yeah,
And the thing, but
yeah.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing, and because I did see that comment on the Twitter thread as well. The thing is, unless you find that person or someone comes clean or you catch them dead to rights, they're getting away with it scot-free. And from what it sounds like with the majority of people, that never comes to pass. So,
man, fuck that shit. We got one here from Levesta the Samurai with a $5 super chat. Says, here's my donation to Carter, to the Carter PS5 fund. Sorry to hear this, King. That's so foul. Dude, here's the thing. If you knew the levels of, like, how easy it is to acquire a PlayStation. Hell,
that PlayStation Direct site was up for damn near a week and a half.
yeah, it was up. Like, and here's the thing. Okay, so Carter, want to hear something even funnier? So way back when the PS5 was first supposed to come out, I signed up for a PlayStation Direct link. They never sent it to me. Now, bear in mind, PS5 has been out how long now? Like it's been what, almost 2 years now.
Okay.
They just sent me a link today for it. Like, after the Direct went down, I got sent another invitation from Sony, like, hey, you want to come in and buy another PS5? And like, and the thing is, it's not even just that. I can literally go out right now and get, like, here's the thing. The only way you can't get a PS5 these days is if you try and go into, like, a Best Buy or a Target or, I would actually say you'd be better off going to one of those places, is if you go to GameStop. Because they just don't keep tons of shit like that in stock. They just don't. It is what it is. You know,
that's why, honestly, like what I told you, and I know Jonathan Motor's going to pop in here at some point. At this juncture, I don't even want one shipped to me. I would much rather, and I'm gonna say, I told you this last night, and I'm gonna say this for everybody here. Like, I don't want it at this point. I just want them to give me some kind of resolution. Maybe I can just get a refund and get that money right back to Jonathan Motor. Here, buy one wherever you at. Give it to a kid for a Christmas present that ain't got one. Boom. Cause this was wild. This whole process was wild to me. That's crazy as fuck. And because I did not want to talk about this that much, but it's the fact that they try to play you for a fucking fool. Okay, because I know a lot of you. I saw several people that said they're not on fucking Twitter like that. Dog, it's like this, bro. They told me that my package was scanned for delivery the last Blerd Cave and put on a driver's manifest to be delivered. And out of every package on your fucking truck, you couldn't find that PS5? Come on, what that sound like, man? Come on now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and was it Ryan Allison? Which, by the way, thank you for the 16 months, pimp. With Blerd Club Gold said over $500 is felony, and Also, it's mail fraud.
It is.
So technically, like I said, we know nothing will probably come of it, but just still,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something I enjoy to offset.
I don't know. Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
Here, do you know? She just said something in chat. I'm on Twitter a lot, but I never see either of your tweets. They're very rare to pop up in my Twitter feed. I don't see a lot of you all shit either that I follow. I don't know why, but I won't see an Ernie tweet until 2 days after the fact. If you all know how to get updated tweets from everybody and can tell us,
there is a trick to it.
Okay.
There's a setting that I don't think is on by default. You have to basically go and be like, show me the latest tweets, not just random bullshit. Because what they'll do is, I think there's a thing like by default, it shows you the top tweets. So, and by top tweets, I mean tweets that are getting like hundreds of thousands of likes, retweets, stuff like that. But if you want to see like tweets in real time, you have to turn that feature off.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, it is on by default. And also just want to say shout outs to Geronimo Smith, because he just hit me up just a second ago. I'm not trying to put him on blast or nothing like that, but he was legit ready to give up the PS5 he won to give to Carter.
No, absolutely not.
I told him not to. I told him not to. I told him not to.
Real quick, so we don't have to delve back into this shit. I'm gonna actually put my tweet in the chat.
And if you do it, I'll pin it.
I just did it now. So if you all want to know the whole details of everything and everything, just go read that. Go read that.
Let's Lord. Let's oh wait, shit, we got another one here. Let's see here. Oh shit.
Yeah,
John the Motor just hit in. By the way, thank you for the 22.
Damn. 22.
In the diamond mine?
In the diamond mine.
Good Lord. Said, sorry, I can't let this go. I'm on the Better Business Bureau board. Send me the details. I will fight this and get someone held responsible. They have no idea who they are messing with.
Man.
Look, see? Go ahead. Send it to him, Carter. Send it to him. Send the details.
I don't know what to send him. Like, as far as we know, like, you know,
right?
I know. And Twitter, I basically post everything on there of the whole ordeal. But on the FedEx side of things, they have closed the case because they found a resolution, and we sent it to our security team. You should go.
They didn't want to be bothered. They just didn't want to be bothered. That was. We
closed the case by telling you there was an error with your package. You need to talk to the shipper. I am filing a complaint with the driver. If you talk to the shipper, and we can tell them we have it all in our notes. So now it's on them side.
Yeah, that's like I said. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit.
Can we talk about that whack ass She-Hulk finale, please?
This man. Anyway, I loved it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's not all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say.
No, I just want to make people mad in the chat. I enjoyed it myself.
First off, can we just talk about the level? Okay, so remember how I told you last week when they got to the end of the last week's episode, they were doing like an homage to the Bill Bixby, Bill Bixby, Incredible Hulk, Dr. David Banner, wasn't Bruce, Dr. David Banner. I don't know. I can't remember the reasoning behind why they changed his name. For Bruce to David. I don't know what it was. Maybe they didn't like was it like alliteration or whatever? I don't know, some shit. But anyway, point of the matter is they leaned into it even more heavily in the opening. They legit shot a whole ass Incredible Hulk intro for She-Hulk. They remember how people kept saying, man, CGI so bad, they should have just got a big ass green woman and just painted it green just like they did back in the day. Why can't they do that? And then guess what? Bam! They hit him with it. Now, y'all happy now? Y'all happy now?
Was this at the beginning?
That was at the beginning. Oh, did you?
That must have been when I went to the bathroom or something.
No, dude, it was literally at the very.
I saw a picture of the cast. It's everybody to their group selfie, and I saw Tatiana, and then I saw this green one. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I thought it may have been like a stunt double or something, but okay.
No. This was That's She-Hulk. Look, they even had this heifer kicking over flipping tables and shit and knocking shit over. They even did the classic
Wow.
They even did the classic where they had her on one side and the Hulk on the other. And
I gotta pull that episode back up. It
was good. It was good. It was solid. That was before a lot of our times, but it was still great nonetheless. This episode, She-Hulk, we actually get to see the consequences of Jen hulking out, and well, she was already hulked out, but just like her flipping out after all the shit with Hulk King, and they kind of honestly they kind of wisped through it a little bit, because by the time you start the episode, Jen is already in the clink. Like, she is already serving a hard time. Yeah. like she'd have been beat by the big boss man back in the old WWF days. But yeah, she's being treated as a social pariah and all this other shit. She done lost her job. She got to move out of her nice ass motherfucking apartment and everything. Like, it just They legit were doing Jen kinda dirty as fuck. They did Jen kinda dirty as fuck. But that's neither here nor there. Because the whole idea of this, and it's exactly what I told everyone that would probably happen as the resolution for this show actually came to pass. The fact that all this Hulk King business, I was like, it is not going to come down to some knockdown drag out fight, because Todd is regular man up to a point. But Todd is in fact the Hulk King, as we suspected. He is in fact on that Fox News bullshit, and yeah, he's
not even Fox News bullshit. It's like your comment thread bullshit.
How about say
several comment thread bullshit. Reddit.
Have you seen Fox News talk about She-Hulk?
Oh wow, I didn't know that was actually a thing.
Yeah. Oh no, the right wing media shits on everything that like is pro woman. They got Carter, to give you an idea of how much Fox News pays attention to everything. They got mad. Remember the United States of Captain America? The thing where they did where it was like all the different versions of Captain America. Yeah. Remember, Dean Cain was on Fox News bitching about Captain America. Hell, when do you remember the Peter Tomasi Superman when DC Rebirth kicked off? Yes. There was it might not have been Superman. It actually might have been Action Comics. Either way, point of the matter is there was an issue where Superman saved some Mexican immigrants from getting killed by a dude basically looked like the farmer with a gun off DBZ.
Wow.
Which by the way, I don't know if you know, they're putting that as a character in Dragon Ball Breakers. I'm
not playing that game. There ain't enough in the world for you to make me play that game.
Look, I'm gonna be on that motherfucker, so I'm tough. But no. But basically, they were freaking out because, Superman's too woke now. He's too woke now. He's saving Mexican immigrants. I was like, it's just a comic book, y'all. Calm down. But no, but to get back to it, yeah. Todd and all his Hulk bros, his little brosives, they were literally saying all the stuff you see in every comment thread on YouTube, on Reddit, on Twitter. Like hell, this motherfucker right here, that I got my mouse pointed over. That motherfucker was literally saying the same thing I used to see people and still see people say in my comment threads all the time. That, well, I mean, I'm just saying because I just think that this is stupid, and even if it was a guy, I would still think it's the same thing. Like, I would still say the same thing. I would still keep the same energy. Shut the fuck up. No, you wouldn't. You lied. The fact that you had to say that tells me you don't mean that. But no, it of course, and I guess this kind of leans more talking about some of this stuff. Well, wait, I see it.
No, I'm not even talking about the super chat. Shout out to I needed that laugh. Thank you so much. Shout out to Seattle KO. Intelligentsia was essentially no ma'am from Married with Children.
Yeah, pretty much. They pretty much were no ma'am. Yes.
I'm gonna need y'all to put some respect on Al Bundy, dog.
Look, right here, dude.
That's one of the greatest players from Polk High right now. That you all disrespecting.
Dude, actually, you know what? I see what Witch Doctor said. He said, I swear I saw the quartering in this episode. You very well did. You very well did. That big cheeseburger eating motherfucker always mad about something. Good God. But no, hey, wait, Tubes one. This is okay. Malia Araya. That's who it was. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta look this up now.
You and your infatuation with these giant women.
Bruh, I gotta look it up.
You need some help. You need
I gotta look this up. God damn. She is 6'5", Carter. That is a whole 6'5" woman. Lord have mercy. Now, here's the thing, and I want to point something out, and this isn't to and I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. This isn't to shit on her. I want to make sure I'm clear on this because I just want to point out something. I want y'all to see this image. Everyone that was sitting here saying, man, they could have just done a CGI woman and it would have been better. Or not CGI, but do like a woman in green makeup. Here's what I want y'all to see about that green makeup. This woman is sitting in the chair right now. Look at that. She in the green makeup. That shit look unrealistic as fuck. They had to go, they went, because I can tell you what they did. They went in and tightened it up with CG to make it look a lot more, smooth.
Shout out to China, may she rest in peace, for her She-Hulk parody, because that's what that looks like right there.
Yes, actually does, and we're not gonna show it because we will get taken down. But
why did you have to say that? Like, you thought about showing it, but then thought against it? I thought that would have been common sense that we weren't.
Look, hey, but motherfuckers be asking.
Your mind, dog.
Look, hey, people be asking.
They're talking about death by snoo. Who is they? Don't lie on. I'm looking at the chat just like you looked at. That's some foul shit just to lie on those people like that. I see Witch Doctor and Hideo and Herbert talking about Al Bundy, but he said, "No, that's what they want."
Bruh. Anyway, moving along. Gabriel Knight with the $49.99 super chat says, just dropped this show support because I was to spare Carter from the 1999 jingle until later in the show. See, look, they see Gabriel Knight thinking about you. Thinking about you. We got LJ Brown with the £5 says, did anyone else think their Disney Plus glitch when She-Hulk broke the fourth wall? P.S. Ernie is having a level of pettiness. Right? Look, let me tell you, because we gonna talk about it. Because here's the thing, and I swear to God, I swear to fucking God. So, my thing is, as I was saying before, there wasn't going to be some big fight. And then what kind of happened was, in the middle of all of it, a big fight broke out. Everybody was, first off, Todd is out here with some whole ass, bootleg ass Hulk powers. Talking about some, come at me, bro.
Oh, can we say something real quick? Go ahead. I think that would have been, that's probably my one complaint.
Mm-hmm.
is that he turned into one. Because I personally think, and maybe it's just because I'm fucking morbid, but I think it would have been funnier if that motherfucker just died as soon as he injected himself, because that's gamma radiation.
Yeah.
So if he did that after all of his tough talk and just keeled over, and everybody just froze and got whooped, I probably would have cracked up.
Well, no, that's what I thought. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Because when he started going like that and shit started breaking up, I thought that motherfucker was about ready to die.
Yeah,
I thought he was about to kick the bucket. But the problem was, and they made sure that he said this before it even happened, that he synthesized, or that he had a team synthesize her blood so that it would work. And like the whole time, he's sitting here like turning into a Hulk and shit, and like just acting a whole monkey. And the whole time Jennifer's looking at us like, this shit really happening, huh? Y'all really doing this on my show? We got the Abomination in here, and he throwing hands with the Hulk. Him and the Hulk literally throwing down in the middle of my finale. In the middle of my show, Titania showing up for no reason. Ain't got shit to do with shit. She just show up for no reason. Kicking down the damn wall of the building. Everybody is fighting and freaking out. And the whole time like, just like, y'all really doing this on my show. On my show. On my show.
Tyrone D does make a good point, but I guess that's just going with the wackiness of it, saying Stan Lee only drank a little bit of Banner's blood and got poisoned, keeled over.
Yeah,
but that's from a different time. That was before Thunderbolt Ross Pokevolve into Harrison Ford. That was before. that was a different time. You know, that was when Dr. Professor Hulk or whatever the fuck his name is in the MCU now. That was before fucking Edward Norton devolved into Mark Ruffalo. It was a different time, man. It was a different time.
Oh,
you're talking about.
Though I will say, everything, like, I love the whole Disney Plus part. I know there were some people I saw that didn't like that. They didn't like when things switched to, because you know what happened? I think I know why they didn't like it. Like, for those who know what I'm talking about, there's a part, Disney Plus app come up in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
And Jen is still talking. She's like, oh, so we just gonna go back to Disney Plus. Y'all just go cut the show off, huh? And then she end up busting up out of the She-Hulk thumbnail and then swung over, kicked in another thumbnail, and jumped into the Marvel Studios Assembled show. And there were some folks that legit didn't like it. And I think I know what happened. When y'all got back, when y'all saw this screen come up, I bet some of y'all legit started like turning your TV off, turning back on. Y'all probably started clicking on the remote trying to see what was going on, and y'all felt like y'all got punked when y'all realized y'all still watching the show. Like, this is some Eternal Darkness levels. Like, remember Eternal Darkness, Carter?
Yeah.
Remember how, like, sometimes you be trying to save the game, and the game would tell you, oh, we deleted all the data on your memory card.
Yeah, that shit would say your file was corrupted.
Yeah, or be like, thank you for playing the Eternal Darkness demo, you 12 hours into the game.
So, let me tell you why that specific part didn't matter to me as much as it mattered to several other people.
Yeah.
Because and a few people in the chat know, I don't watch that shit on Disney Plus.
Look, I ain't gonna lie though, but for a second, did you think you had Disney Plus? It's like, oh damn, my Disney Plus done messed up.
So when I saw it, I knew what they were referencing, and I got a chuckle out of it, but I didn't get bamboozled like a lot of you all do because I don't have Disney Plus. But we gonna move on now.
This motherfucker. Well, I mean, here's the thing, and for those who are saying they never did this in the comics, look, here's actual evidence of them doing shit like this in the comics. Jen literally ripped open part of her comic to find all the bullshit that was behind it. Like all the notes and all the other bullshit that was in the back behind the page. She's done this shit before. It's not like this isn't some new thing. This is some shit she was doing in the 1980s. I feel like people just...
You know what this... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to tell you what it did remind me of, though. But like I said, I knew what they were referencing, and I got a laugh out of it. But what it reminded me of... Mm-hmm. Shout out to... This is going to make me sound old. Shout out to DVDs, bro. Because people used to have a lot of fun with DVDs. And I'll never forget, I bought Fight Club on DVD from like a Dollar General or something have you. I put it in. I'm ready to watch Fight Club. I had it on VHS, which shows how old I am. But I wanted it on DVD so I could just pop it in my PS2 at the time. Or PS3, one of them. So I bought it from Dollar General, so I'm sitting here watching it. And the Drew Barrymore film, Riding in Cars with Boys, main menu pops up on my screen. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I'm cursing like, what the fuck? Like, Dollar General then sold me the wrong damn movie. And then it glitches out Brad Pitt's face, like if you've seen Fight Club, and he's talking about, if you've seen the scene when he's messing with the movie theater full of people, it starts bugging out like that, and then Fight Club comes onto the fucking screen. The Fight Club DVD menu comes on the screen. It's really crunk how they did it. Yeah. But that's what this reminded me of when Disney Plus started glitching out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like I said, just to show yet another example. Like, right here, this is literally a shot of her going from one place to a completely, totally different area. Like, she even says it right here, don't want to waste time hailing for a cab or schlepping downtown on the subway. Let's see if I can just do this the way Wheezy showed me. And she just walked from one location, crossed over to another panel, and even said right here, because this is back when Tom DeFalco was writing Avengers. She even says right here, I sure wish DeFalco would let me do this in Avengers. So, I mean, folks need to just calm the fuck down. But this is where we start diving into the stuff that had people real. Like, there were people who legit were, like, I'm serious, Carter. I saw people who were high-key mad about this. Like, they were upset because they felt like they were disrespected. That She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall like this. And, like, because we get to the point, she is legit standing on the set of her own show. Like, she just standing, like, that shot that we saw in the original teasers and all the teaser images was literally from the last episode. Because this is literally where she drops in and stands up. She is sitting in the middle of a studio. That's why they never wanted us to see that entire scene and why they kept jump cutting from it every time they would show it in the trailers. But yeah, she done gone to the writer's room. She in here talking to the folks that's writing the show, just chilling. And she is clowning them because she know they write some bullshit. She even called about it. She said, this shit ain't even original. The dude that stole my powers. Have we not done this before? And even going and she even talking about, oh no, I'm gonna go talk to Kevin. I'm gonna go talk to Kevin. She's like, and then proceed to beat up some underpaid security guards, most likely, to the tune of Lotto. She done beat the fool out of some goddamn interns. Then they made the heifer sign, like she and Kevin Feige office, they done made this heifer sign the NDA for no reason. Just for, like, you got to sign an NDA just for showing up in the building, Carter. Just for being in the building. Because you might have seen some shit. Yeah. But no, like, the whole thing with Kevin, like, which for those who don't know, that was a very clear reference to Kevin Feige. That was very clear. And
if you didn't know that.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Well, the thing that's funny about it, though, and I don't know if you caught this, Carter, did you notice the subtle little jab they took at Kevin Feige in this?
What you mean, with the fucking hats?
Yeah. Because you see a shit, motherfucker got a hat right here.
Yeah, I cracked up when I saw that.
Apparently, Kevin did not like that. Apparently, Kevin Feige was not a fan. I actually saw, I think it was an interview. I think I got it right here. Because she actually said that Kevin was, because I think a lot of people said, oh, they couldn't get Kevin Feige. He didn't want to do it. And part of, truth be told, he didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I wouldn't have wanted him to be honest with you.
No,
Oh
no, it's kind of like what's the best way to put it? It reminds me of the WWE Wrestling Hall of Fame. I don't know if you know this, Carter, but Vince McMahon, when he was still with WWE, before he stepped down and walked away after all those allegations came out, Vince McMahon did not like the idea of being inducted to the Hall of Fame. He said that's for the wrestlers. He's like, that's like the one part of him that was still like respectful of tradition.
Okay.
But like, he never wanted to be on camera for the WWE Hall of Fame, and if he did, he only wanted to be on for like a few seconds and get the fuck out, let the wrestlers have their time. Like, whenever people tried to suggest to him that he should go into the Hall of Fame, he would always say no, because he says it's not about him. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how Kevin Feige is with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But like, but just once again, but to go look at it, this motherfucker is always wearing hats. Every time you see this motherfucker, he got on a hat of some kind. It don't matter if it's a regular ass black ball cap, a Captain Marvel hat, an Avengers hat, Marvel Studios hat, Shang-Chi and Legend of Ten Rings hat. He got hats for days.
You bald and big time. It's okay.
Look,
it's okay. You made over $1 billion from these movies. Let that George Costanza rock in the sunlight, bro.
This man.
Let that George Jefferson breathe, big time.
Look, man. Hey, sometimes you just gotta let it go. But no, so this is actually my favorite part of the whole show. I'll be honest with you. This is my favorite part of the whole damn show. Other than Daredevil.
No, my favorite. Well, one of my favorite parts. I think a lot of people noticed it, which it made me happy that a lot of people noticed it. But no, when he told her to power down because she was too expensive, that's what made me laugh.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what made me laugh out loud.
Oh yeah, no, this whole setup had me because for one, it was taking the piss out of everything and kind of highlights a lot of those interviews that we've seen, or I've seen at the very least, where they've talked about how, like, I think Jessica Gao, who's the showrunner for this and head writer, I remember her saying that, like, yeah, they told us not to be too mean with some of our, insight, with the, the jokes, the meta jokes on the show. And I was thinking, I was like, they really haven't made any, like, disparaging remarks about the MCU or anything like that. This is the episode where technically they have a little bit here and there, but this is the episode where a lot of, like, the criticisms, both warranted and unwarranted, towards the MCU come out in this episode. Like the joke about the Marvel formula. Mm-hmm. How everything ends the same. It's always got to have some really crazy MacGuffin to get people to pay attention to the story. That it has to be a huge, big CGI fight. Kind of like the old running gag of every big summer blockbuster movie had to have a giant blue light in the sky. That everybody ran towards and fought whoever the fuck, because they were all trying to, copy Avengers or some other movie that probably did it first. The idea that, of how Marvel is so secretive about everything that they do. Like how they don't let people talk about this, they don't let people talk about that, the ironclad NDAs, so on and so forth, the multiple characters with daddy issues. Like, that shit had me hollering. When she started talking about Tony Stark, daddy issues, Thor, daddy issues, Loki, same daddy, same issues. I was like, that shit had me hollering. But, and even the part where they said where they've not done well by their female audience. And referencing Jen not having healthy romantic options, or addressing things that women would be interested in their movies and TV shows. That shit was pretty fucking hilarious to me. Because, once again, some of this stuff is warranted, some of it's not. It's up to you to decide what that is for you. I can tell you what I think is not warranted and is warranted. But, hey, you do you. But no, the whole thing is here. Yeah, but the whole thing with Kevin Feige was never supposed to be in this. Jessica Gao, I think, even said it herself. It was always supposed to be a robot of some sort, and they apparently came up with tons of designs. But this is the one that they ultimately went with when they decided to do what they did. But yeah, the whole thing about the CGI budget had me rolling. And also the fact that like he was like, oh, the visual effects department had already moved on to some other shit, so we ain't got time to come back and put you back in here.
And then they low key play the Black Panther music real quick.
Yeah,
just hear the Black Panther drums when he said they're working on something else.
Yeah,
it was cute. It was
yeah,
cute. It was really cute.
Also, and some people may have caught it, some people may have not, but the part where they were talking about how the Hulk had, because Jen is editing the ending because it's her show. And honestly, she made a lot of good points. Her show isn't about being a superhero, so it shouldn't end with some big superhero fight. It's not necessary. It's about her coming to terms with her being a Hulk and how she started out not wanting to be a Hulk. She kind of gradually got into a little bit, but she still kind of wanted to try and maintain a normal life. And then once all that stuff started being taken away from her, she started realizing how much she loved it. And then once she started fully embracing who she was, everybody started coming for her throat. And that was what this was about. It's not supposed to end with a big, dumb superhero fight with Hulk showing up for no good goddamn reason to protect her from an abomination who ain't even trying to fight her, and Titania showing up for no reason, and some ugly ass motherfucker named Todd stealing her powers, which shouldn't even work in the first place, and she even points that shit out.
I wonder if they're gonna make Todd the kid abomination that people forget about, because that's the one thing people forget when they're referencing Superior Iron Man. I wonder if they're gonna bring up Kid Abomination.
Oh my god, they do that? If they do it, it would be hilarious to me, but that's a whole other story altogether. But like, I love the fact that like while they're doing all the editing of the ending, when she talks about how Bruce doesn't even need to be here to come save me, I can save myself.
Yeah.
And Kevin's like, well, we gotta pay off the thing from several episodes ago that people have been complaining about us not addressing. You remember, Carter? You remember when he had this look on his face? We gonna talk about that here in just a sec. But the fact that he was like, no, we need to address this plot thread. We can't just leave it hanging. And she's like, I don't know, tie it up in the movie. Basically telling you that untitled Marvel movie that they've yet to tell us what it is very likely a Hulk movie. Because the rights, I believe, have already gone back to Marvel from Universal Studios. So they can technically make Hulk movies now. Or whatever.
I already told you what that movie is going to be. I've been right so far, so I guarantee you're about to see a buddy cop, Big Mama's House kind of film with the Hulk and Scar.
Oh yeah. Well, now remember, at first you were saying it wasn't even gonna be Scar. You thought,
I said it was gonna be, it's gonna be Son of Hulk.
Yeah, you thought it would be Son of Hulk, which I guess
that reference, I would have fell out of bed.
I honestly, I was kind of hoping that was like, even though I would have preferred Scar, or I did prefer Scar, I would have thought that would have been just as equally as interesting a thing to go with. Because, and I'm not even gonna say on ceremony, because Hulk does show up at the end of the show, look, talking about, hey man,
No, you can't skip over.
The family, the family,
the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
the Fast and Furious.
They for sure having a Fast and Furious end of movie dinner. Matt is getting his shit grilled by Papa She-Hulk, Papa Walters. He is grilling this motherfucker. And the poor girl Jennifer, the poor woman's auntie trying to get some on her. she trying to get some of that Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, she want that blind justice. She want that blind justice. She does. She want Matt to put her on the stand and give her the truth. That's what she does. Look, wait. Could you imagine that motherfucker? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna pull this shit back up. Can you imagine this motherfucker sitting here looking this motherfucker dead in his eyes in the bedroom to myself? Tell the truth.
Look, Matt gonna turn to Jack Nicholson, says, "You can't handle the truth." But no, Hulk shows up. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, look, I got somebody I want y'all to meet." And he's like, "Bam! Here my boy with the problematic hairline. Here my boy with the Bobby Womack." Carter, why they do my man like that?
I don't know why they did that boy hair like that. Good
look, and for those that don't, because I want to make sure I'm clear here when I say this. I get it that it's because I get what they're trying to go for here. They're trying to make it, because, Sakaar has, very different cultural stuff going on. Yeah, it's like a cultural hodgepodge of random shit. You're just kind of going on that planet. However, what I thought was interesting about this is that it was like, man, because if you look closely, a lot of people didn't see it, but if you look closely, he actually does have a hairline. Like, it just, like, he got the skin, like, kind of the buzz for real, but then, like, halfway down the back of his head, they got that shit. Like, this man looked like Once Upon a Time in China.
Yeah, I can't remember what Jet Li movie that was where he was a monk with that.
Yeah,
haircut.
that was it. Once Upon a Time in China.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Once Upon. I mean, technically, he's had that haircut in other movies, but that's the one that he's most the one that he's most famous for.
That's why I know for a fact that whatever they do with Scar and Hulk is going to be a comedy, because refresh my memory, and you people in the chat, you can do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Hulk on sight the first time they met each other? Because he was already good and grown at that point.
Yep, he was.
So the fact that he showed up at the family dinner, probably had Coronas behind him, and they was playing Gasolina somewhere in the vicinity.
This motherfucker.
That's how I know it's not going to be taken serious at all.
Oh, no.
It's going to be bickering. It's going to be father-son bickering, whatever.
Yeah. No, 100%. Oh, 100%. Yeah, but for those who know what we're talking about Wong Fei Hong.
That's what it was. Fearless. Ed Boy in the cut. Juggernaut. Thank you.
Yeah, there was also Fearless. But this was the movie he did first. This was Once Upon a Time in China was way before Fearless, like by some years. I would say decades. But no, this is where Jet Li played Wong Fei Hong. But yeah, which also, if you've never seen Once Upon a Time in China, highly recommend it. It's like, I know y'all are thinking Fearless, but Once Upon a Time in China, for those that don't know, that shit came out in 1991.
I think Chow Yun-Fat had that haircut in Crouching Tiger, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a very common haircut for monks back then.
Okay,
so it's a very common. It's not. Honestly, if you watch 100 Chinese movies about monks from that time period, you'll see practically everyone with that haircut.
Yeah. Shout out
everyone got that shit.
Stranglehold, Replacement Killer. Shout out Chow Yun-Fat. Shout out to Jet.
Oh yeah, no Chow Yun-Fat. Oh no. Hey, wait. We ain't gonna sit here and act like the killer don't exist. Don't sit here and act like the killer don't exist, y'all. Dude, come on now. Y'all know the killer.
I'm just saying, shout out to them for having them haircuts for hours on end during takes. Like, I couldn't have went nowhere. I'm staying in the trailer, to be perfectly honest.
Bruh. I'm just saying, I'd have been like, look, man, y'all call me. Look, can y'all use my stand-in? Please. But no, for those who know, the actor who they got for Scar, is Will Doisner, who some of y'all might recognize from Star Wars. He's not been in much. He's a young actor, very, very relatively up and coming. But I thought it was interesting that they went that direction. I was like, okay, cool. Got this dude looking like he about to. You know what? The first thing I thought of when I saw him, Carter. I was like, this motherfucker looked like he trying to be the head of the table with them with some of them Samoan tattoos that he got.
Hey, you better put some respect on the Gamma Oos. Don't do that.
Gamma Oos.
Don't do that.
On the goose. Eat a goose. I will say this too. I love the fact too that the She-Hulk referenced people's clamoring for news about them X-Men's. That shit had me hollering because she look. The only thing that was kind of weird was she made the most
that ugly ass face.
She made the most fucked up face when she said that shit. I was
with you up until you made that face. Now I hope the X-Men don't ever come out just because of that face you made, Tatiana Maslany.
Bruh, I was hollering. But no, I mean, it just. A lot of like people keep saying that the show it was too meta, it was doing it there was no, because I think some even argue with me about this on Twitter or tried to. I didn't allow it to be an argument, but they were like, there was no resolution, she didn't like have an arc or anything like that. I was like, yeah, she did have an arc. She accepted who she was. That was the arc. The arc was that she didn't want to be a Hulk. It was something that just happened to her. She this wanted to be a Hulk. She never wanted to be a superhero. And by the end of the show, and literally, what did I tell you, Carter? That this shot right here was the last thing we were very likely going to see on the show. That's exactly what it was. She literally turned around and talked about how, like, was when news reporter asked her, "Are you talking about defending people as Jennifer Walters as a lawyer or as a superhero?" And she's like, she just turns around and says, "Maybe both," and then walks off. That was her arc.
You can thank Matt Murdock for giving her like that bit of insight that she could do. She could do both, even though it took several strokes to put that into her. But you know what I'm saying? Now she has that confidence.
Look, hey, everybody, look. At the end of the day, look, Carter, thank you. Leave it to you to point out that even with all this female empowerment, it still took a man. It still took a man to get her to the end. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking about this. I don't believe that's the case, but I just thought it was funny. Look, she took them. She took the she got that. She got put in the Hell's Kitchen plunge.
I told y'all, justice is blind, man.
Hey,
she felt all of it, boy.
Look, I love how even though it was just an episode later, I love how she was just dunking on folks left to right with the fact that Hulk smashes buildings. She was like, I smash bad endings. And sometimes Matt Murdock. I was like, bruh, stop.
See, it look ugly ass face number 2.
But honestly, I love it though, because because she at this point clearly she is trolling the haters. At this point, this is just troll the haters. At this point.
I feel mad for you, fucking Karen Page shippers, because big time. Deborah Ann Walton keep her ass on some.
Look, you remember how we were talking about all the Daredevil Born Again stuff not that long ago? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, this person will probably come back. This person will probably come back. And we were talking about how they would, which we were talking about which actors, were going to be more likely to return. And I think it just so happened later that same weekend, Deborah Ann Wall actually was like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally down to come back." Nah, baby girl.
I bet you are.
Stay your ass at home, baby girl. Stay your ass at home, baby girl. Look, he don't need you no more.
Yeah, he got that gamma gorilla grip.
Look, right. you know what? You know what Matt got now.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
That's what he got right now.
What did we get with Karen Page? They made out in the rain and had wet rain sex in Hell's Kitchen. That's pneumonia. That's a cold. That possibly could be the flu. What we get with the She-Hulk? We got sauced.
Dude, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
I ain't got to worry about buying no damn Kleenex. I ain't got to worry about buying no Visine for my eyes. I ain't got to worry about buying no goddamn NyQuil. All I had to do is get a couple drinks in and could even bring my work suit. Man, get out of here.
Man,
all you Karen Page folk, y'all mad.
Oh yeah,
y'all mad.
Deborah Ann Wall's sick right now.
Oh yeah, sick.
She's sick right now.
Yeah, she got to hope for a True Blood reunion right now. Trip Zero said it best. She-Hulk just got that blind fury. That boy ain't going back. I'm
Not
telling you.
Blind Fury. Wait, no, you did not just reference the late great Rutger Hauer's Blind Fury. No, you didn't.
I can't imagine how his echolocation was working looking at all that. Because he don't just see it. He sees everything. I'm not even going to go too deep.
Bruh, look. Every time I hear the name Blind Fury, all I ever think about is when dude said that butter knife ain't gonna stop no bullet. Y'all don't remember Blind Fury, but that shit, Rutger Hauer was acting a whole fool in that movie.
Ain't Punisher in Karen's sweet watery guts anyway? No, he is not. They kept alluding to that shit in both of those boring ass seasons of the Punisher, but Frank never smashed. Frank never smashed.
Hell, he didn't smash. Did he smash Mike Rose? No, he almost did.
He almost
smashed Mike Rose's wife.
Yeah, but
that
he
was trying to get
Let's
into.
worry about Frank Castle after he is done with American Gigolo. That's what we need to worry about. John Bernthal. Right now, we need to worry about Daredevil because now we can invite Daredevil. We had him at the Family Fast and Furious Vin Diesel cookout at the end. Now we can confirm he likes soul food because he was all in some greens with Jennifer Walters. I'm giddy for this. I can't wait for Daredevil now that we have this version of Daredevil. I can't wait for that. The Scar and Hulk stuff. To be completely honest with you, because I don't have any. I think they're gonna Taika Waititi it, and that's what I don't want.
I don't think they'll do that. When it
pertains to She-Hulk, I'm really excited for a season 2.
Definitely. Oh no, definitely. I don't think they're gonna Taika Waititi the Hulk stuff. I don't think Taika Waititi will probably touch the Hulk. I mean, if he did, I would be incredibly shocked.
No. I don't mean he's going to do it. Yeah. I think that they're going to go that route.
Try and make it funnier than what it should be.
Exactly.
I mean, I could see them going that direction, but honestly, I kind of feel like... Well, and I feel like Marvel stuff in general kind of skews more comedic than super duper mega ultra dark serious. But I do feel like if we got a Hulk anything, I figure they might go the opposite direction of that. If we get a Hulk anything, I would think so. But you never know. You never know. Kevin is a wild robot. Let's see here. We got one from Jonathan Motor right here with the 1999 super chat. Says 4 touchdowns in one game. This man out here wilding. Right. This man, look, wilding.
Damn right.
Wilding.
Al Bundy was a motherfucking menace on the football field, dog. Don't act like you didn't know.
Look,
Al Bundy was a whole problem. They couldn't even put that man on 2K. Did you know that? They put him on one Madden, and he was the most busted character in the game.
Oh no, he was over 99. He was over 99. You used to be you couldn't get over 99. No, now look at that dude was 10,000.
Let me tell you how busted that Madden game was that he was on. They also had Jermaine Dupri do the intro for that game. That game was overloaded off rip.
Dude.
Y'all better put some respect on Al Bundy.
Oh no, Al Bundy out here, y'all. Y'all don't please believe. Says Tube's the one with the 14 months. Thank you, pimp. The Blerd Club Silver says, if I could quote Steven you a giant one. Y'all ain't shit. But I love y'all just the same. I love you just the same. Let's see here. Ooh, here, wait a minute. Let me double check something. I want to make sure I didn't lose anything here. But while I do that, we got one here from Bang Bang Kill with the $5. Says Eternal Darkness. Hell yeah, that game was fire. They have to do a remake. Also, did you guys hear the Wakanda? Yep.
I'm gonna make that my text notification. I got to find that now.
Look, I really just kind of wanted to do the whole thing with the chant as my ringtone with we're like T'Challa.
Oh god.
T'Challa.
Oh god.
But no, I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. I'm sorry. I'm out here today. Let's see. Okay, no, we're good. I didn't lose any of them. We also got one here. And by the way, I do want to say Eternal Darkness. I don't know if they're ever going to make a remake to that because Silicon Knights is just. I don't even know if they're even still functional anymore as a studio.
Wasn't that EA?
No, that was Silicon Knights. That was Silicon Knights. I mean, it might have been Electronic Arts, but like the developer was Silicon Knights.
I didn't think we'd get a fucking. This Dead Space remake came out of nowhere to me.
That's true. Well, I mean, but yeah, that did technically come out of nowhere. But I feel like an Eternal Darkness remake. I think instead of getting a remake, I think what would be more likely is we might get a spiritual successor.
Okay.
Like someone might make a spiritual successor, which, to be fair, some people have tried and not necessarily the exact same vein, and your mileage will vary on all of them, but no one's really made a true spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness. But if they did, I would love to play it. Because I love that game. I think I still have that General GameCube emulator and play it from time to time. Shit is amazing. Poetry Media with the $5 says sending out love to the Blerd Cave. Says I love how She-Hulk was also a superhero comedic jab at these current internet trolls and folks with no life. Loved it. Same.
That was the whole season was basically. And I wonder if that. Well, I think that probably had to be the plan from jump. Right. I guess ever since it was announced, or maybe because Jessica Gal just saw how the other series and Brie Larson was getting talked about, and stuff like that. So I this entire series was just going in a tad bit annoying at fucking times, but the whole thing was just going in on dudes as a whole. More specifically, dudes that are on Twitter and your comment threads in this chat sometimes. Shout out to K-Pop.
You ain't shit.
But yeah, the entire show was like that, man.
Well, I don't even think it was so much shitting on dudes, because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen women say the same thing. Like some of the shitty troll women that are on YouTube and Twitter and Reddit, I've seen them say the same shit. Hell, YouTube tried to recommend some heifer to me just a couple of days ago with a big ass thumbnail talking about how with the thumbnail literally saying She-Hulk is trash. And I saw another it was another woman saying Marvel thinks this is what women want, and it's like, look, the show was trying to be a little something for everybody. Just calm fuck down.
Shout out to Grace Randolph, because next week's Blerd Cave, I'm gonna do the entire show in I'm gonna rearrange my entire room, so my window behind me, and I'm just in the camera like this. I might go buy some hair dye, you know what I'm saying? And I might
want big ass, ugly ass blonde wigs. Oh Lord, he done undid his camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say it was technical difficulties from just you misogynist nerds and Snyder Cut nerds who just don't want to hear the truth. And then I'm gonna lean into the camera like this. I'm gonna lean into the camera, but I can't use my real camera. I'm gonna have my phone on top of like some comics and shit, so it'll be like this. So I'm gonna be in there like this. Miss Randolph.
Well, you got to talk like her too. God damn, her voice. Ugh.
Now you asked for too much. Let's move on.
Yeah. We got one from JSR La Padre says my one sad is that when Jen went to find Kevin, the scene didn't take place in Hall H at the San Diego Comic Con.
That would have been funny.
Dude,
that would have been really funny.
If she would have pulled up on this man in Hall H, I don't know if my heart could have took it. Wow. I don't know if my heart could have took it. I would have hollered. I'd have hollered. Go Contrary's baby father with a $5 super chat says, tell Hulk's son to go to a black barber to get the shape up fixed.
I guarantee you, when Bruce introduced him as his son, you see how he tried to lean back away. I think Scar even knows some shit about that first person that met a shit, because he didn't want the camera to see that haircut, because he tried to move to the side a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's like,
watch the last episode. He didn't want anybody to see that shit. That's why he put his head down and tried to move back behind Bruce.
Oh yeah, dog. You look, yeah, you look here, right here, bam, look at him. He like, man, dude, fuck my head all up. He's like, man, why you take me to Supercuts?
Why did you put me on this camera? You know I didn't want to do it like this.
He said, why you?
He wish he had his sword right there.
Oh yeah, no, he had a sword. It would have been over.
Shout out to them using the original Scar and not the nasty one that's in that or that was in Gamma Flight. Have you
Oh
seen that
yeah,
one?
the one with the abomination hands.
Yeah, they got the hands now. Yeah, shout out to them for using the OG Scar. Good.
Yeah, I liked it. I wish they let him just let the hair hang down, but because I was honestly, if Scar would have showed up in like a Megadeth T-shirt and some hair just hanging down in front of his face, I'd have been fine with that too. That would have been gangster. We look.
No, you didn't, Herbert Scott. That's that single mom saving money haircut. Jesus Christ.
Ooh. It's gonna be all right, baby. Look, he cut a plug in my head.
Stop. It's gonna be all right, baby. Several men in that chat just got PTSD just then. Don't do that. Don't do that. Several of y'all just got flashbacks like a motherfucker. I know y'all did.
Look, the barber to cut a plug in your head. Look, look, we got one 199 super chat from Suck says Scar is all about that Jersey Shore. Look, man, leave that man alone, all right? Let that man let him live his life. Chi-Town Dan with the nice skin king with the $2 super chat says that hairline was Kevin approved. Y'all leave Kevin alone. Leave him alone.
Can you imagine Kevin
Leave
take
him
that hat off
alone,
and he got the scar drip right now?
bruh.
Can you imagine Kevin Feige take that hat off and he got the scar fade?
Wait a minute.
Can you imagine? Hey, let me get that Planet Sakar fade, bruh.
Look, hold on, wait a minute. So what you saying is when look, Kevin go pull up like this and show up like that.
Herbert Scott said a bowl fade. What bowl are you eating out of that you get your haircut like that?
This the most messed up ass bowl fade.
What bowl are you eating out of?
That man eating out look, that's the popcorn bowl. That's the big ass bowl used for the popcorn. Or no, you know them dishes every grandma has with all the strawberry candies in them? That bowl. They use that bowl.
Herbert Scott, you got some explaining to do. What kind of sick ass bowl are you eating your Kellogg's Frosted Flakes out of, big time?
Bruh.
That boy if his haircut is like the bowl you eating out of, I know all the milk and cereal is falling in your damn lap. I know your table is nasty as hell when you eating your cereal, big time.
Oh yeah, ooh, like milk everywhere. We got one for dude. We got the Blerd Club Silver. Robo Strange coming through with 18 months says, "I did it. I fucking remembered."
What did he remember?
Now he remembered to show up.
Oh.
Well, hey, look, I don't fault Robo for this because, well, for one, man has a life. He has stuff going on.
Did you tell me he like broke his hip because he tried to like kick his legs up like he was a youngster or some such shit?
No, I did not. No, he had hip surgery. But no, But no, he's got his own stuff going on. He's got his own streams he's doing too. Which, by the way, if you haven't done so, go check out Beta Boy TV over on Twitch. Also on YouTube as well, because he puts the VODs up over there. He does a lot of really awesome stuff. He actually yesterday did a live watch of the Herschel Walker.
Ernie. No one cares about Robo Strange, man.
I do. This man a hater. Anyway, the Herschel Walker Warnock debate, which was honestly kind of a hilarious watch because Herschel Walker is a whole goddamn idiot.
He said he was practicing karate in the backyard. Why I think about the episode of Boondocks when Granddad tried to kick that tree and fucked his leg up and started yelling at the kid.
No, he didn't. Man, we also got Gillivy with 27 months. With the Blerd Club goal says She-Hulk was a whole She-Hulk as a whole was petty and very now was there for all of it.
I'm still tripping. I real deal thought about just Robo like back there like granddad with Uncle Ruckus just kicking the hell out of a tree.
Oh my
and then
God.
yelling at a motherfucker for talking him into kicking the tree in the first
Oh my
place.
God. Why you made me kick this tree? I ain't tell you to kick no tree.
Robo, don't let me find out your big ass in the backyard kicking trees, dog. Sit your ass down and go play Dead by Daylight, bro. You better not be in the backyard kicking trees.
Oh no. Look, we on Overwatch now. We on that Overwatch 2. That Overwatch 1.5. Look, I love how the running gag me and Robo have had since we started playing Overwatch 2 was that it's always, oh, is this a new map? No, this is a map from the first game. Hey, wait, is this a new map?
Nope.
No, this is just another map from the first game. I think we've seen one new map in the entire, like, I think me and Robo, I know Robo's played way more than I have, but I think collect together, we have played several hours of that damn game together, and I think we might have seen maybe one or two new maps, if that. Everything else is like, Overwatch 2 is the video game equivalent of the meeting that could have been an email. Which, I mean, it's a meeting I enjoyed.
You get props for that. That was a good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one. That was a.
Thank you. There you go.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you. It's a meeting I am enjoying, but it's still, it could have been an email. Y'all that could have just been a big ass update. We got one for BS Filter with the oh wait, Jesus Christ, Lord. All right, we gonna get to it. We got one for BS Filter with $5 super chat. Says Scar needs to get that cut off. And he needs some Dax Wave grease and a do-rag. Wow. Bro, if he come out with the do-rag, I would lose my mind.
Hold on. Hold that thought. You just keep talking.
All right, I shall. Ed Boy the Cuss said Brian Hitch didn't see a problem with Scar's head. Man, look, of course, famed hairline specialist, Brian Hitch wouldn't
that
have
not mean for the fucking camera to cut off. Yeah.
Oh, damn. But no, of course, famed hairline specialist Brian Hitch. Yeah, he wouldn't have seen nothing wrong with the hairline because he did this. he did this. He did this. President Superman, he need his ass whipped.
Hey, real shit though. What if we see some episode of Hulk down the line of Scar in like the bathroom, and you see that,
bruh? No,
what
you
see
didn't.
that? What you see that on his bathroom counter, dog? You just see that,
bruh? Bruh? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This motherfucker here.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to cheer myself up. Y'all gonna let me cheer myself up. This bullshit I went through this whole week. You gonna let me cheer myself up? Oh man, it's either gonna be Scar got some Murrays or his ass got some S curl somewhere in that bathroom.
Ooh, not the S curl. Not the S curl. Here, let's see here. John the Motor with $100. This Carter presents lawyers having fun with this. I'll be in touch.
Wow.
So look, I could go ahead and see this right now. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised. 'Cause you know what, Carter? You do need representation in this moment. And I feel like John the Motor, because yeah, we breaking the fourth wall here. I feel like John the Motor legit got She-Hulk to come represent you. Says somebody go give this man a PlayStation. Somebody gonna do it. Either the driver go give the PlayStation. The woman that lied and said that the package was delivered on Monday. Whoever changed the thing. She said somebody gonna get this motherfucker PS5. Somebody gonna do it, all right? Now, the question is, who gonna come out of pocket? That's the only question, Your Honor. That's my closing argument. That's how I feel. That shit's probably gonna go down. But
here you said, Carter, I have questions. Why do you have that? It's for my head, man. Hey, but I will tell you, funny thing I never told you, Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in Memphis, after we did the cave and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
getting ready for the wedding, Bishop came to my hotel room to change into his groom suit. And he was asking me like, "Hey, you got anything for my hair? This, that, and third?" And I gave him this. And he's, oh my God. Bruh. Oh, you got this? I ain't seen this in so long.
Bruh.
I'm not trying to use a whole bunch of it. I said, dog, it's Murray's. You use a little bit and rub it together in your hands till your hands start burning. And then he just blessed that. Because you remember
said
that
rub
shit.
a little bit in it.
That shit. You rub it in your hands till your hands start getting lit up. And then you know it's working. And you just put it in your hair and start brushing.
Oh, he gave him
That's all I had. And it works. Y'all lucky if I don't break. I don't even have a do-rag anymore. You look, I would never come over with a fucking do-rag on. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me twisted.
Or anyway.
Murray's, and I just brush it. That's it. But it was just funny.
Let's move on to our next thing.
Well, that's the name of the Spotify episode. Rub it till your hands burn.
Rub it to your hands. Oh my God. This motherfucker. Anyway, this is going to be quick because there's not really a whole heap of a lot that I can say about this, because this is, for right now, not much more than a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor being that we know that Nova is something that Marvel's been trying to get off the ground for a while.
Yeah.
But now we've gotten rumor that the movie that was going to be put into the works by Marvel Studios regarding the Marvel Comics character Nova might not be a movie after all. And it's not going to be a TV show either. The rumor around the campfire is that due to the success of Werewolf by Night as a special presentation, Marvel Studios is currently, quotey fingers, seriously considering making Nova a special presentation too. Now, that I've said that, I also want to point out, we have only had 2 special presentations announced, one of which we have already seen, that being Werewolf by Night, which is a Halloween special. And we also have the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, which is coming very soon, will likely be in December, as one would expect a Christmas special to be. But that doesn't mean Marvel wouldn't do other special presentations that weren't holiday themed. And there's also the rumor that other shows and movies that were in development at Marvel Studios are also being considered for reworks into special presentations instead. Now, this could all be much ado about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there might be some modicum of truth to this. I don't think that it's something that will actually go this direction, but honestly, being a guy who is kind of tired of going to movie theaters, I've largely lost to my taste for going to movie theaters after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I only go to the movie theater to go see shit that's only in theaters that I can't see any other way that I know we're going to talk about in the show. Case in point, I will probably go see Black Adam in theaters. I will probably go see I'm definitely going to go see Black Panther in theaters. But Black Adam's more of a probably, but I feel like if I actually went to the theater to go see Morbius just to talk about in the show, the least I can do is go see Black Adam, because I'm pretty sure Black Adam is not going to be anywhere near as much of a train wreck as Morbius.
Maybe I didn't go see that at all.
Yeah,
I think that's the only time where I was adamant and like, okay, we have gone damn near a lot of the movies that we talk about on the show, like if they come out that week, you and I see them damn near at the same time.
Yeah, typically. Because, like, the Batman, I think I walked out of the theater not long after you walked out of the theater, I think, damn near.
Yeah.
I think you got out a little bit before me when the Batman came out.
It was to the point where you and I were texting each other about certain shit that was just happening.
Yeah.
So, I think Morbius was one of the few times where it was just like, I'm sorry, no.
Truth be told, it's a fine movie to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't hate the movie. I just to put it out there, I don't even dislike the movie. I think the movie's just okay. If I'm being brutally honest, it's just a train wreck of a movie is the problem.
I didn't want to waste the money on a scooter ride. I did not want to waste money on the chicken tenders I was gonna eat at the movie theaters before the movie started. I did not want to waste money on the several margaritas I was gonna have to drink at the movies to make that movie tolerable.
I mean, you'd only have to do it for 90 minutes because it wasn't a long movie at all. I don't even think it was 90 minutes.
So the problem is I have a very high tolerance, so it was going to take a lot of them frozen margaritas to put me down. So,
what do you? I mean, I guess getting back to it.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about this information, this news?
I love that Marvel can do something that is very basic and put their own spin on it, and people act like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Special presentation.
That ain't nothing new.
Special presentation is a prettier way of saying backdoor pilot.
Yeah, basically.
That's all this is. You all have seen this several times on several CW shows, on several Marvel things, on several just TV shows, period. They got the new Walker Texas Ranger. That motherfucker did a backdoor pilot. Now it's got a spinoff. Yellowstone, because I know Nick and Adam love that shit. It got a goddamn spinoff. That's what all these special presentations are backdoor pilots. Now, do I think the Nova won't get a movie, or it might not get a movie? Yeah. To be completely honest, because so I'm gonna reference Green Lantern here. I do not mean quality. I'm referencing Green Lantern because of just the CGI fest that movie was. Thing is, you would have to do that for Nova and Nova Corps if you do the real Nova Corps, not the one that was in Dancing with Batista Volume 1. If you do the real Nova Corps, you're going to need a lot of CGI to do that. So I think to save a little bit of money, I almost called it a backdoor pilot. You do your special presentation, put everything you can into it. You see how well it does, and if it does well enough, maybe get a Disney Plus movie. If that does well, maybe we might see Nova in an MCU property down the line. But I don't. But movie, I don't think they're gonna take another chance on that, because I don't think they're gonna think. Marvel meaning I don't think Marvel's gonna think that lightning will strike twice, because it did for Guardians of the Galaxy, and a lot of people did not expect that. But with the way they made the Nova Corps in that film, I don't see a lot of people going to see that or want to see that in theaters. So I think that would they sit on the couch with the family, friends? Sure, they watch that on Disney Plus. But theaters, from what your typical MCU fan knows about Nova and what they've seen so far and absorbed, no one would pay to go see that in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like here's my thing. I feel like if you put out a good enough trailer, people will go see anything. Case in point, Guardians of the Galaxy. That trailer was so good, it got them curious. It made people wonder what the hell it was, and that's honestly what I think. That's what gets people in the door. If you put out a lit enough trailer, you get enough people talking about it, people will go see it. And not only that, it's a Marvel movie. People gonna see it. People can say all day they ain't gonna see it. They gonna see it at some point, whether they want to or not. Somehow they gonna see that motherfucker at some point. But I guess to move it on, because that really wasn't really a whole heap of a lot there. Let's move on to our next thing, and also let's talk about some super chats. We got a couple super chats here. We got one here specifically from Shaman 05 Line says, Jonathan Moda to the chat. This is a lawyer show. Lawyer show. Fun lawyer show.
Okay,
Fun
maybe
lawyer
that's
show.
the name. Of,
Yeah.
Maybe that's gonna be the name of this on Spotify.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
Lawyer show.
Lawyer up. It's gonna be we also got another here from the homie Adam Shafani, one of our homies from Nerd 901 with the $5. Says, I haven't watched a minute of Yellowstone. Looks boring.
Okay, I'm sorry. It must.
It might have been Nick.
It must have been the other one.
It was the unclean one.
Yeah, it might have been the other one.
Yeah, it was the unclean brother. But I love Nick. He's great. But I love AJ. He's like Yellowstone. He's like, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, shit, it ain't that bad. I've watched some of Yellowstone and like what I've seen. I haven't watched. I'm not like the other one and have watched every season, but I've seen some clips here and there.
Look at this motherfucker. Anyway, let's talk about our next thing. So we got Doom Patrol and Titans on the way. They during the New York Comic-Con event made some announcements. There is stuff on the way. It was one of those things where it was kind of nebulous because I think you and I, we both talked about this before multiple times. That with all the shit that was going on with David Zaslav, because for those you don't know, Cartoon Network as we know it no longer exists. David Zaslav is based.
Tweet?
What's that?
Did you see their tweet?
Cartoon Network's tweet? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't see it.
They basically said they're still here. They're not going anywhere. Some new changes are happening.
Yeah. Well, but the thing, I think what people are more referring to is
the studio.
The studio. Well, it's David Zaslav has put someone else in charge of it, and he's been canceling all the shows that he doesn't like because they are too diverse or whatever, or just shows it. Because hell, he canceled Close Enough, not a Cartoon Network show, it's an HBO Max show, but just the. Putting my point across here. Amazing World of Gumball, I believe got canceled. Craig of the Creek, I believe, got canceled. A lot of stuff. They actually
used a Gumball tweet talking about themselves on Twitter. Cartoon Network Twitter is actually pretty funny.
Oh yeah, no, they're great. They're great. Like, and I get it. I totally get it. It's to say that I'm going to reserve judgment, but my thing is, when the things I love all start getting systematically taken away or killed or put into a vault, I start getting concerned. And that's what's happening with this, because I love Craig of the Creek. It is a fantastic show. The show is better than it has any fucking right to be. But, because it stars a black kid, and actually has a black family showcased in it that aren't all stereotypes, this isn't good enough somehow, but it is what it is. What was I gonna say? But getting back to the Doom Patrol and Titans part, that was one of the things I think we had questioned more Doom Patrol than Titans. Is whether or not they were going to make returns, and apparently they will be. We actually got a trailer for Doom Patrol. Have you seen the trailer, Carter?
For Doom Patrol?
Mm-hmm.
When was this posted?
It was while we were live. Last week. Here, yeah, here. I'll send it to you. There it is.
Did I see this?
But yeah, this is the season 4. It's technically a teaser trailer.
Lord, I did not see this. The where asses are dancing.
Yep, but just for that, I'm gonna share it with everybody else so we can all watch along together.
Yeah, I didn't see this at all. I missed out. Lord.
Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing, Carter. It was a thing. It was a whole thing. But here, let's take a look at it. If I can get this motherfucker to stop doing what it's doing, thank you, please and thank you. Carrying on now. Yeah, let's see, can we get this? Yep, that's the motherfucker right there. Bam. Let's go. Let's let her rip. Let's let her rip, Carter. Let's see what we got here. And a tease of everything that is coming. And I do, real quick, I want to, some things to take note of. Some things to take note of in this trailer, in case you didn't catch it. There is a new character coming to the team. There's a new character coming to the team that is, I would say not the, I wouldn't say like, well, I don't know. It
If
depends
you've
on,
been reading the DC Young Animal Doom Patrol series by Gerard Way, you know who this character is.
Right. And I'm gonna show this shot here. We don't get to see her head on, but I actually did find some images. But right here is actually it's like a blink and you will miss it shot of the new character. Is Casey Brink.
I wonder if they're gonna have the ambulance.
Well, okay, so it's funny you say that. Because that is Danny the Ambulance.
Okay.
That is Danny the
Okay.
Ambulance.
Yep.
And technically, if I'm not mistaken, and Carter, you may have to refresh my memory on this.
Mhm.
Didn't he turn to like an RV or some shit one season? I feel like Doom Patrol's that show that whenever something happens in it, I'm never 100% sure.
No, he was
Or
a
was it-
street and he was a brick for a minute.
He was a brick, but didn't he turn into a vehicle for a little bit, I think.
I can't remember. I'd have to go back.
But
and
yeah,
listen.
either way, if that like I said, Doom Patrol's that show that every time I think about something that happened in it, I have to question whether or not I was high or if the show was high. But basically, for those who don't know, this is actually it right here. But Casey Brink, this is Danny right here, but this is gonna be Casey in the show.
Yeah, Madeline Siwa. Just if any of you all trying to figure out where have I seen this white woman before, you may have seen her naked on top of David Duchovny from Californication.
She was a young girl. She was the young thing that he was messing with on Californication.
She was also
in The Collector.
And she was also someone you may have seen naked on the most recent season of Twin Peaks. And to make you feel like a creeper, you might remember her as the youngest daughter with Fran Drescher from The Nanny.
Yeah, that too.
You see how I just messed your mind up? So now you can't think about her without thinking about, pervert.
But the good news is, she's a character that Gerard Way, Nick Darrington came up with her back in, I think it was DC's Young Animal Ash Can edition. Where she first appeared. But yeah, she's basically what she is. She's a character who is an actual, so in the context of a comic book, she is an actual comic book character that Danny the Street created while he was Danny, or while they were Danny the Ambulance. And this is all in the universe. She's basically like an EMT with a cybernetic leg. And she's also technically a superhero. She's more or less Danny's way to communicate with the Doom Patrol, since Danny lacks an actual way to communicate in a normal fashion.
Yeah, 'cause they were trapped in a burrito for a minute.
Yeah, it was
that. Yeah. If you've never read the recent Young Animal Doom Patrol stuff, it's really good.
It's really good.
Trippy as hell. It's gonna mess your mind up that you've been listening to My Chemical Romance for so long and you didn't realize that boy was just writing like that. But this Doom Patrol is trippy. Oh, yeah. And it's really, really good.
And another thing too. So for those, like, once again, Danny starting out as Danny the Street, eventually went to be Danny the Ambulance, and I think more recently became Danny Land, which I think might be the current incarnation of Danny right now. I don't know if I can't remember if that's actually reverted or gone back. So with the introduction of Casey, I think it's very likely we could wind up potentially seeing Danny Land in this. I know another thing we could potentially end up seeing in this, or actually this actually has been confirmed for this season, is Orquith, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Orquith, which is basically it's an imagination land. It's basically a land of imagination that's from the Doom Patrol comics. That is stated as something that we're going to wind up seeing. We're also going to see General Immortus in this season as well. And I think it is safe to say we will see Darren Jones come back as well in some capacity or another. But all in all, this trailer, while it didn't show us a whole heap of a lot of stuff, it showed us just enough to let us know where all of it is going. Because like if you go back and look at certain parts of things that are happening in the teaser, you can actually see some of those elements in at least in some capacity or another that
I'm finna make people real mad.
Well, what's up?
And you all want what?
Oh Lord. Oh, by the way. Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, the reason why I think I could tell you that the whole Orquid thing is going to be happening is because of this shot right here.
Yeah.
This shot right here basically sells it. Because this looks a lot like that, this shot right. It look it's very similar, but yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, just looking at that teaser and just remembering because I'm probably going to rewatch those first 3 seasons.
Yeah. Oh no, most certainly. I feel like I almost have to.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pull that up after we're done playing Warhammer 40K after the show. But y'all want me to watch Umbrella Academy over that?
No,
what's wrong with you?
Won't happen. And here's the sadder part is that is something that was created. Well, the comic,
and that's the crazy part. Yeah. They were created by the same motherfucker.
So no. And the funny thing is, so the Umbrella Academy, that's 100% Gerard Way, but also a lot of what people love about Doom Patrol now is also thanks to Gerard Way. Because Gerard Way wrote Doom Patrol not that long ago. I mean, I think it was the last several years, but you get what I'm saying.
But Doom Patrol over this, y'all can keep Umbrella Academy. Y'all can keep that burnt bagel over there.
Yeah, I don't
I'm gonna stay
fuck
with the Doom Patrol. I'm gonna stay with this Doom Patrol every time.
And I guess just for time, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing because we've also got a Titans season 4 official tease. They released a lot of clips.
You can have this one.
for Titans, which, by the way, I didn't say earlier, Doom Patrol is going to be coming out this December the 8th. I think the reason why we're seeing more clips of Titans is because it comes out sooner. It comes out November 3rd.
Comes out 3 days after my birthday. I heard that, Doom Patrol.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that. But let's see here. I guess well, on the off chance that you'll watch along. But I'm pulling up the Titans trailer now. This was actually pretty.
I just finished looking it up myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty brief. It's not. It shows a little bit without really showing a whole lot, so we can run through this pretty quick. There are some things I do want to say about it after, some things I know about the production of it, but let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see here. There we go. So basically, what they're set up here, this is all to let you know that Brother Blood is going to be one of the main villains of the season.
Okay.
So they're bringing in Brother Blood and Mother Mayhem.
Is he the white leader of the Blood Syndicate?
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. So yeah, there you go. That was pretty much everything they had to show. They actually showed more because for those who don't know, there's some really cool, I won't lie, there's some really cool stuff that they're doing this season that I'm actually very interested in.
Was Brother Blood on the cartoon? Wasn't he on the cartoon?
Yes, Brother Blood
is on the cartoon. With Cyborg, didn't it?
Yeah, okay, so Brother Blood was on the cartoon. He was also on Arrow.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on Arrow as well. So yeah, there is that. But yeah, I will show this. I do want to show something. Okay, so basically, Brother Blood, who is once again supposed to be one of the main villains of this season, we actually got a look at him. They actually showed this off. We were gonna talk about this a ways back, but I cut it for time just because. But this is what he's going to look like on this season.
When you wake up every morning and don't wash your face.
Bro.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is Joseph Morgan playing Brother Blood. We're also going to be getting Jinx We're gonna be getting the character
shit.
Jinx.
Okay.
Yeah, Jinx is gonna be on the show.
She does not look like I think she looks. She looked like
Yeah,
Songbird right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing. She doesn't really look, but it's Lisa Amblavanari, or Ambala Navar. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck this girl's name. Ambalavanar is what her last name is. Lisa Ambalavanar. That's a long ass last name. Anyway,
I can't wait to see how many people complain that she ain't wearing black and her hair ain't purple and black. Somebody finna get mad. She don't look like she looking Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be hot. They're gonna be hot. But I mean that it is what it is. I will say, another person that we're getting is, I said earlier we're gonna be getting Mother Mayhem.
Yeah, I did see a clip of her.
That I actually like. It's cool because the clip they show is basically her shitting on the Titans. Like she is legit high key shit, just shitting, taking a huge ass wet shit on the Titans. And you know what's funny about this? Do you recognize that actress, Carter?
No, I'm looking at the clip now, trying to figure out who this bootleg Granny Goodness is.
Well, okay, so
Wait.
that is Frank. Here, I tell you what. Since you got it pulled up, let's just go ahead and do it. I'm pulling up the
she
clip.
Looks familiar.
I'll tell you. We're gonna play this clip, and then I'm gonna tell you who she is. So here, let's
trash, man.
But no, the thing is, so for one, Mother Mayhem pulled a move that Darth Maul did in the Phantom Menace that basically let you know he was about to kill Qui-Gon Jinn. When Qui-Gon swung at him, but the swing was nowhere near Darth Maul, and he went out of his way to do a behind-the-back block just to prove that he could block that bullshit, even though he was nowhere near it, she did the same thing to Nightwing and laid his ass out. But Carter, for you, that actress who you see with that makeup on, that's not to make her look older. She actually is older because do you remember a movie called Run, Lola Run?
Yeah, the chick she was on the Bourne movie. Yeah,
that is Franca Potenta.
Okay.
That is Franca Potenta.
Okay, I was thinking of somebody completely different. I was thinking of
yeah. She is older. She is actually older because it's been a long time since she ran for almost a whole movie.
I just remember Matt Damon avenging her because she got clapped in the second Bourne movie.
Carter, that woman is a whole 48 years old.
Damn. Shit, I didn't know Jessica Parker Kennedy was about to hit 40.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad.
Yep. Hey, even when it's only half, black don't crack. Anyway, but no, okay, so one of the other things that came up, and this didn't get shown in any of the trailers, so they did show a spot for it, but I'm not going to play it, because it's not really a whole lot to do with not really anything major, but we also got to see our first look at Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor of the Titans, played by Titus Welliver. We got to see a look at him. Yeah, we got Titus. Yeah, Bosch! Dude, I ain't gonna lie, the first picture they showed of this cat
looks terrible.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, look, he looked like he just don't give a fuck. But yeah, your boy Bosch is out here. He out here. But no,
that's cold. He finna get the Amazon money and the HBO Max money.
Oh yeah,
they ended Bosch
and
then put it on their sister app like Freeform or some such shit. So now they have
getting that syndication money.
No. Now they did a spinoff, but it's still Bosch. It's called Bosch Legacy now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, well, either way, he's still getting the bag. I ain't mad.
Yeah, he's still getting the bag.
I've always liked Titus Welliver in just about everything. But I think the thing that made me really realize how much I liked him as an actor is when he was on Sons of Anarchy. When he was the
crazy Irishman.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker is a whole fool. But no, but yeah, that's Titans. I'll probably check it out. I still never finished the previous season, which was kind of all over the place for me personally.
You ain't like Jason Todd with his lip injections?
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, I think that hiring an actor as short as the actor they got to play Jason Todd was very short-sighted on their part, and I did really intend to make a pun, a short pun there, but I'm gonna own it, because, you know, I own my puns. But, yeah, like I said, I feel like they probably should have went with a different actor for Jason Todd, because it's hard to take him seriously knowing how short he is in comparison to everyone else. And
it works for Tom Cruise.
Well, yeah, because they make him stand on the milk crates, and make the women slouch, so he don't look short. But no, I mean, I think it'll be fine. I don't harbor the same level of hatred and animosity towards the show as some people do. But I just think I love the second season of Titans. I thought the first season of Titans was okay. Yeah, that was Deathstroke. First season of Titans was okay. I thought the second season was infinitely better. Actually, the second season made me fall in love with the show. The third season started off kind of rocky for me and made it kind of hard for me to stay invested. And then I just kind of moved on and watched other shit whenever I had the opportunity to do so. But yeah, I'll probably watch some of it just to see what's going on. Let's move on to the next thing. Marvel's next big crossovers that got announced. We're not going to spend a whole heap of a lot of time on this because there's not really a whole heap of a lot of information either about a lot of this stuff. But we got the timeline for a lot of this stuff. And actually, real quick, let me double check. So I want to make sure we're not missing anything here. Yeah, actually, we are missing things here. So let's go back a little bit. Before we dig too deep with this, I want to hit some super chats real quick because it says, Illa with the $10 super chat says, y'all forgot who the Barbara Sakar was. Even Thor got his wig pushed back. back. Also, how do y'all feel about the special presentations being used to introduce individual X-Men characters before a film?
That's too much money. I think they'll encompass it into one with one certain group. Honestly, I don't even think you'll get the X-Men that you want. I think they're going to go more toward appeasing people like Ernie and others who really love the New Mutants. I think that'd be a great thing to do as well, just because I think that would, just from a money standpoint, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to hire some of these older actors to play certain people, but then you only gonna have them for a few movies. I don't think anybody's gonna be as lucky as Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, etc. No. So I think they'll do it in one special presentation with like a group of New Mutants, or maybe you'll see some that you do know, but I think we got to get back used to Danny Moonstar. We won't have to remember Danielle Moonpie anymore from that movie. No,
you ain't shit for that anyway. This motherfucker. Anyway, we also got Levesta the Samurai with the 3 months of the Blerd Club Gold. Says Nightcrawler was going in on the comics this week. Question: what are your thoughts on Gotham Knights? I watched some gameplay and it looked cool.
What are your thoughts on Gotham Knights there, Ernie?
You know what? I have something that could perfectly signify exactly how I feel about this upcoming video game. I think that drops in the next week or so. Gotham Knights.
Nigga, please.
That's how I feel about that game. Or, you know what? Here, I got another one. I tell you what, you know, because I want to be fair when I say this.
No, sir, I don't like it.
That is how I feel about this shit. Because the game just looks bad. It looks bad to me. I'm sorry, it does.
Is that before or after you found out about being locked at 30 frames?
Oh, that's before. Because here's the problem. This game is supposed to be next gen. They said they developed the game for next gen. But here's the thing. They're also, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this game also coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox
It is
one.
not. It is not.
Oh, okay, so that makes it even worse. So this is a PlayStation 5 Series X PC title, and you are locking the game at 30 frames per second. But even before we got that news, every single tech demo, every single gameplay feature I've seen, whether it was on IGN, Kotaku, whatever the hell website, all of them had glitchy frame rates dropping for no reason whatsoever. The game don't even look that good. Shit looked like a PS4 game. It don't even look like, you know what it is? You know what? And even though I actually like this game that I'm about to shit on right here, even though a lot of people don't like it, and maybe my opinion's skewed because I got the game for free. So let's just put that out there. The game to me looks like how Saints Row looks on next gen. The new Saints Row that just came out. Like it's a game that, while I've had fun with it, it's a game that doesn't look like a next gen game. It looks like a PlayStation 4 game. It don't look like it. That game don't look like it's been anywhere near a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. That game don't look like it can even spell Xbox Series X. I bet the game can't get a PS5 either. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. And not only that, it's just the way they did Jason Todd, the way they got Tim Drake teleporting all over the goddamn place. They got Jason Todd doing all kind of magical, mystical bullshit. And
so let me say this. Maybe this will make you feel a little bit better. This is not canon to the Arkham games.
Well, they've already spoiled the ending too, so I don't care.
Okay.
Because did you hear about that? The ending? Yeah, it's its own thing. But did you hear about the ending getting leaked?
No.
Yeah, the ending got leaked, or an aspect of the ending. Who the last boss of the game was? Spoilers. Yeah, spoilers.
Who is it?
Here, actually, you know what? Let me be fair. I'm gonna be real fair here. For anyone who actually cares about this game, so
who is it?
Batman. They put Batman in the Lazarus pit. He comes out crazy as fuck and tries to kill you. That's basically the last boss of the game. So yeah, there you go. I've given you fair warning. I gave fair warning. No one can say, "Man, Blerd, I really wish you'd have gave me a warning on that." You got a whole several seconds. Well,
I'll tell you this, and then we can leave video game stuff alone because I know you said we had other things we had to talk about. Did you hear about the Bayonetta shit? I just saw it in the Nerd 901 Discord.
No. What happened? What happened to my precious Bayonetta?
So the voice actress for the character Bayonetta, she is boycotting Nintendo and Bayonetta 3 right now. She has been the voice for every game. The game has made, I think she said, over $400 something million. And she listed her accomplishments, what school she went to, who she practiced vocal stuff with, and everything like that. What did they offer her for all of Bayonetta 3? 4 racks.
Really?
So she is telling people to boycott Nintendo, boycott Bayonetta 3, and use that 60 you would have used to buy Bayonetta 3 and donate it to charity.
Bruh.
$4,000 is all they offered this woman. That's wild. That's wild.
Bruh. Why y'all doing my girl like that? Why y'all doing Helena Teller like that?
That is
Why y'all
insane.
doing her like that?
Maybe Nintendo is cheap. Maybe I don't even want to give them any other excuses, but just $4,000 for 4 racks.
Dude, she got 3 parts to this goddamn thing. God damn.
I only saw the first part. I don't know about the rest of it.
Yeah, no, she dropped this. It's here. I'm double checking myself. She got 3 tweets in a row with videos. Excuse me.
I make that a month.
Basically, and I know she did it. Man, that sucks. Cause I actually had heard some things. Cause I think initially there was some controversy that they weren't even going to bring her back to begin with, and we're going to get a different voice actress. And then like,
I bet they weren't. If all they were going to give a motherfucker was 4 racks. Get out of my face.
But and the messed up part about that is her voice is iconic to the characters. Like, so why are you disrespecting her like that? Especially, I mean, I don't know.
Apparently, there is no voice actors union in the
No,
UK
there isn't.
like there is here.
No.
So I guess that's why they can lowball you like that.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
That's crazy.
I mean, my God, that's shitty. Though I will say, and I'm gonna sound shitty for saying this, I don't feel comfortable boycotting a game that other people worked on because of the decisions of one company. Because that will hurt the developers. Now, I want to listen to her full video before I render a full judgment, but just on the sticker shock of it, it does make me it does make me hesitant. It does make me hesitant because I think that's fucked up. But I want to learn more. It's kind of like the same thing I said for like Blizzard when I debated whether or not I would buy Diablo 4 when it comes out because of all the bullshit that Blizzard Activision had been up to.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are not playing Overwatch 2 for that very reason.
That's it. But like the thing that I kind of think about was I was like, honestly, the only person it really truly hurts are the people who worked on the game. Like the people who probably had to go through crunch, people who had to spend time away from their families, and probably not getting paid well to begin with anyway. Being fucked over for it, and very likely not even having a job. Very potentially not having a job once that game comes out. Though they probably will because Diablo is one of those things that'll probably have updates for the foreseeable future. They were updating Diablo 3 up until like a few years ago. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like I always feel murky about boycotting games because of one thing that, I don't know, it's weird. I don't want to be that guy, but it is what it is. I guess let's move on to the next thing. Sucked with the $1.99 super chat. Says, let's see here. Says, holy, that baby girl from the nanny. Yes, that is.
Yes, it is.
That is her.
Her busting it wide open on Agent Mulder. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Dirty dog.
Dirty motherfuckers. Let's see. We also got another. We got $20 from Jonathan Moda with says Gotham Knights says that game makes the Love and Thunder kid drawn monsters look next gen. God, it, bruh. Let me tell you something.
Y'all doing that game so dirty. I didn't care about that game from jump, but y'all doing that game so dirty.
Look, bro. here's the thing. But you know what? Here's my beef with it. It is not even really anything to do with the game itself. It's all the people that were trying to shit on Marvel's Avengers saying Gotham Knights was going to be infinitely better. And it's like, from the look of it, not really.
You spell Suicide Squad wrong.
Right? What do you got? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Honestly, that's I feel like that should be the headline for the review of the game. Any website that does a review of this video game, that's I just gave you your tagline for free. It should be the opening thing should be, like IGN when they do their video reviews, they always have some like kind of weird quote or whatever, like to try and be tongue in cheek. That would be the one. If you were watching the video review on IGN.com right now, it would say, "What are you guys supposed to be? Some kind of Suicide Squad?" That is what the tagline for the Gotham Knights review is going to be. But yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I have feelings. But moving on along, or getting back to what we were talking about just a moment ago. So we got a timeline of the next Marvel crossover events. And they will be in this exact order. We have Avengers Assemble coming next month. Which we've already kind of seen some stuff for. December, we're going to have Dark Web coming up. And of course, January, we've already talked about this one before, Sins of Sinister coming up in January of next year. Then after that, in the spring, of 2023, we'll be getting Captain America Cold War, which, for those who don't know, that's supposed to be a culmination of the stuff that's been going on in the Captain America, Symbol of Truth, and Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty stories. Those stories are going to start converging on one another. I'm pretty sure they will very likely revolve around both the White Wolf and the Winter Soldier, who are both kind of making waves in both of those stories coming together all at once. We've also got the Summer of Symbiotes coming in the summer of 2023, and also in the summer of 2023, we will begin the Fall of X, which is very likely going to be the last hurrah for the Krakoan era of the X-Men. What we
that's so fucking annoying.
Whoa, what's up?
What you just said.
What do you mean?
The end of the Krakoan era. That's whack.
I mean, it's been a while though when you think about it. Since 2019.
Ernie.
It probably won't end until like 2024, damn near 2025. Like it'll be because right now we're in Destiny of X. We're in the Destiny of X right now. So it started with the House of X, Dawn of X, then the Reign of X, then the Destiny of X, and then we'll get the Fall of X. It makes sense. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Some people will like it, some people will not like it.
I don't like Dark Web because I looked at the font for Dark Web and I think I know what Dark Web is about.
Oh, I know what it's about. I can tell you what it's about. It's Chasm. Chasm's coming. Is going to be,
which is why I could give.
I figured you already knew.
When I saw the font, I knew what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I care more about this empty ass container of Nutella that I went in on last night because I had company.
Company.
Mind your business. I'll tell you when you get older. But I care more about this empty ass container of Nutella than I care about this stupid ass shit that Zeb Wells did with Ben Reilly and Chasm. Fuck out of here.
I mean, I reserve judgment. I'll reserve judgment. I feel like the Chasm reveal was teased at the very beginning of the book when he took over with the whole dreams and shit he was having and all the other stuff. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I don't know. Your mileage will vary. It doesn't really bother me.
But I just feel like the Krakoan stuff hadn't even been here that long. Look how long we have had this Xavier's Mansion shit since X-Men started.
Yeah. We have. We also had Utopia for a little bit.
Don't you lie like that.
What? We had Utopia for a little while.
Utopia wasn't even a year before they got yeeted out of San Francisco. Dog.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I mean, here's the thing though.
Hey,
I mean,
you great as hell bringing up Utopia.
Well, but my whole thing with it is that I never expected the Krakoan era to last for like 30, 40, 50, 70 some odd years.
I
don't know what you were expecting, but I knew it was not going to last.
Huh? What's 3 or 4 years?
A long time. Shit. Okay, I guess maybe I have a different perspective on it because I cover virtually damn near every X comic that comes out every week for the last several years. But for me, it feels like a fucking long ass time. If you're somebody that's just reading it, maybe okay, I get it. But like, I read pretty much even the X books I don't cover, I read, and I feel like it has been a good long ass fucking time. I mean, like I said, that's just me. So maybe my perspective is tainted, but I feel like it's the time. I feel like, and once again, it starts in the summer, which means it'll like, okay, Destiny of X literally started like what, last year or earlier this year? So it's going to be several months. So it's not even going to end in 2023. It'll likely end in 2024. So
I said this to someone else on Twitter because my God, they were crying. But this is my retort to that, since you're saying it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I say to everyone else who has the same sentiment that you do.
Yeah.
How long has Superman been wearing them red tights?
I mean, for a long time. I mean, he's been Superman literally had his 75th anniversary, like, what, several years ago?
Okay. New 52 drops. How long did Superman last before them tights came back on?
few years.
You see what I'm getting at?
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't get bothered by shit like that, though. Like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, yeah, like, honestly, who in their right mind thought this Krakoa shit was gonna last for like 20 years? Or even 75 years? It's just, it was never meant to last. It was never meant to last because of, just based on the story we were given in House of X, I could tell you that Jonathan Hickman, when he set all that up, he set the X-Men up to put them at the highest of heights because it hurts that much more when they fall. That's why you do it. Now, it's not to say they're going to be going back to the Westchester Mansion immediately after, but it is an option.
You know,
I mean, it's an option. I mean, they're going to have to kick Danger out and all her little ragamuffin-ass robot family.
They're gonna act like that shit didn't happen, just like when Marvel did that whole like, let's go back to Secret Wars when they did that times running out shit, and it just did a fucking jump to like 6 to 9 months later, and we were supposed to have a bunch of issues that show us why Shield was running the Avengers now, why Shield had declared martial law on everybody. Tony is still superior Iron Man, and they're trying to find his ass but don't know where he at. And then the end of Avengers comes, and we go right into Secret Wars, and they didn't tell us shit. Nothing that Hickman had set up had ever come to pass. They ain't got to kick Danger out of there. They just gonna write the story like that bitch didn't exist. That book you was reading with her in there, you wasn't reading that. That's just some fan fiction y'all asses that came up with. That's how they gonna do y'all. Watch.
Well, I mean, maybe it's very possible. I mean, me personally, I like I said, I don't know. I just don't.
You and I have always had this argument before because I'm someone who likes that growth and for people to change and do other things. It's not that you don't, you just deal with it differently because
yes, I do.
You wait for the other shoe to drop off.
Yeah, of course. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wait. Look, let me tell y'all something. Let me pull the curtain back a little bit.
I will tell you all how much I needed this. I needed this today. Thank you all for this. I needed this today.
I'm about to be 40 years old this coming December 10th. I've been reading comics since I was 4 years old. I'm used to this shit. Shit never sticks. Shit just doesn't stick sometimes. It just doesn't. And yeah, while there are some things that change and they will stick, there's other things that don't. I will say I'm equally as annoyed as a lot of other people at the fact that Peter Parker stays broke, even though he got his own company and got his act together, got his life together, and everything kind of seemed to be going pretty swell for the guy. And just because, some other writer wanted to go back to brass tacks, that's what happened. And I don't like that type of stuff either, but I feel like you could have gone about it a different way. But I mean, yeah, sometimes characters go through changes and they go back to what it was they were doing before, because honestly, the status quo is a thing because, case in point, I'll use the X-Men as a prime example. You know why they're going to go back to the Westchester Mansion, and while a lot of people are probably going to complain about it, they're going to get the fuck over real fast? You want to know why that's going to happen?
What is that?
It's going to happen because that's the way the people remember the fucking X-Men. General audiences, general readerships, that's how they remember. Like, how many times do we see people talking about stuff that they think is canon to the X-Men? What is it that they always cite? That 90s X-Men animated series, the 90s X-Men comics. They always go back to that Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, that X-Men #1 that ain't worth shit no more because everybody fucking has 10 fucking copies of it. Hell, I have probably owned 20 different copies of the fucking trade itself, let alone the X-Men #1 itself. They have reprinted that comic so much, it ain't worth shit. That's why people aren't going to care, because they want familiarity.
But I think that says a lot about the writers, though. I think that says a lot about the writers just because they can't think of something new and they always fall back on just doing the safe thing.
Well, what would they do, though? What would they do? What other island or city or building would they send them to next?
It's the home of... That's the thing with Marvel. It's the home of ideas. Think of some shit.
Actually, it's the House of Ideas, but yes.
Thank you.
The House of Ideas. I mean, but that's the thing, though. Everybody does it. It's not just a Marvel thing. DC does that shit, too.
No, absolutely.
Hell,
absolutely.
literally, what was the whole point of Crisis on Infinite Earths? It was to get rid of all those random and sundry-ass Earths that had come up during the pre-Crisis era where there was literally like a gajillion different planets. They were all Earth. They were all alternate realities. What'd they do? They literally had a whole event called Crisis on Infinite Earths to get rid of pretty much all of them. And then what did they wind up doing? They started coming back to them Crisis events, bringing back all them Earths, and then they get rid of them again in another Crisis event. And then guess what? Hell, they got rid of all of them one more time. And now what are they doing? Dark Crisis. They bringing the multiverse back. Look. It's just one of those things. It's one of those deals I'm just willing to go with. I'm just willing to go with it. And so long as I'm entertained, that's all that matters to me. Like, I don't care where the X-Men live. Because, yeah, they've been living in the Westchester Mansion for I don't know how long. But hell, Superman's been living in Metropolis for over 75 years. So why am I mad? Batman's been living in Gotham for over 75 years. And so let them live in a little ugly-ass mansion or some shit. They'll be fine. Look, let them have that goddamn mansion. Let them have their fucking mansion with all the secret rooms and the Blackbird hiding under the basketball court. Motherfuckers trying to play a pickup game, and now suddenly the X-Men got to save the world, and the ball is now lost because it fell in the goddamn hangar bay of the Blackbird. Look, let them have that shit.
I used to always wonder if it's some kids Xavier that just wiped from motherfuckers' heads that didn't fail down there at some point.
I mean, they probably did. Look,
like you can't, like, come on now. The Fantastic Four needs help. Somebody playing tennis, and we ain't got time to just warn them. So shoot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once again, and I go back to the familiarity. People can use it's lazy or it's stupid excuse all the time, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's Marvel, DC, and pretty much every other person who sells comics to sell comics and give people what they want. And honestly, let's be real. How many people did we see complaining about House of X? They wanted them back in the Westchester Mansion. There was a large, sizable audience of people who hate the House of X stuff.
Oh, no.
Want them to go back to what they were on.
Yeah, Bishop don't like our boy Bishop. He don't like that shit. All of them, I started calling their asses red tights because red tight Superman. All of you red tight motherfuckers, I can't stand y'all. I hate you motherfuckers.
And that's why they do it. God. It's not lazy or stupid writing. It just, what it is that they have to sell comics and they want to sell comics to the most people humanly possible. And sadly, those people, while they may not be the majority, they're the vocal minority.
I understand.
Because
Marvel
when people are content, they don't say shit. When people are angry, they do.
I understand Marvel paid for the room you in right now. And I know what you got behind you out that window. But you ain't got the shield for him this hard. You know I'm right.
I'm not, dude, I'm defending DC as well in this. Hell, you know what? Here. You want to know how impartial I am, Carter? I'm going to defend your precious Spawn. Because you know what Image tried to do with Spawn, Carter? Do you remember? Do you remember? You remember?
What? I like how he just put Spawn on me.
Hey, that's your boy. That's your boy, right? You and Todd McFarlane like this. Matter of fact, I want y'all to know something. When Todd McFarlane put out the tweet saying that, hey, they got Spawn news coming out, Carter told me that he was about to put the tweet out before he even put the tweet out, and even told me before he rescinded the tweet that they was going to have to delay this. Carter said, yeah, but by the way, yeah, don't put too much stock in it because, yeah, he totally going to bait and switches and be like, yeah, nah, actually, I'm going to tell y'all tomorrow, not tomorrow.
You know how when you were younger and you and your friend were trying to play the game together, but you only had one controller, so you just had to hand that motherfucker off real quick?
Yeah.
Why did he just hand me Spawn? Like, he was handing me
you are the champion of Al Simmons. And speaking of Al Simmons, they sunsetted Al Simmons. And you know what they did after? They actually made someone else Spawn, a white man. And fans hated it so much because they wanted that same old 2-day-old bread, moldy-ass fucking tuna sandwich shit they've been eating since 1992. What did they do? They brought back Al Simmons. Because that's what comics fucking do. They want.
It's funny you said
it is what it is.
he is current. His name was Jim Downing. He is
Yeah,
currently
Jim
getting,
Downing.
He is currently getting whooped by Jim Downing in the most
Yeah.
recent issue.
Yeah. Exactly. It is what it is. Things come around. It is what it is. I know people want to think that that storytellers, writers, artists are supposed to be these people who aren't inspired by other things. Or here, I'm like, honestly, you want my own brutal honesty? If Marvel came to me and said, "Hey, Ernie, we just got done doing the House of X era. And you know what? You do a lot of videos about X-Men on your channel, so sounds like you know a lot about the X-Men. We want you to come in and be the guy, the head of X for everything that comes after Fall of X. And you can do whatever you want. You got a blank check. You can do whatever the fuck you want with this. What do you think I'm going to do? Do you think I'm going to create some new area for them to go to that's just like Krakoa, or have them living in the Baxter building? They them kick the Fantastic Four out the Baxter building and they running that shit now? Or do you think I'm going to have them hanging out in a spaceship, like they made their own asteroid but they can call it Asteroid X? Do you think I'm going to have them conquer a galaxy of planets and that just be their home? No. Do you know what the fuck I'm going to do? I'm going to take they asses right back to that motherfucking Westchester mansion. And you know why, Carter? Because that's what I know the most about, and that's the cultural touchstone of the X-Men that I'm familiar with. Like, I like the Krakoan shit, but yeah, if Marvel hit me up and say, "Hey, man, you want to write X-Men?" I'd be like, "Yeah, what you want to do with it?" I want to take this shit back to the 90s. That would be my answer. That would be my answer. And y'all can shit on me and hate on me for all y'all want. But the truth of the matter is, that's what I would do. And I would be brutally honest about it. Like, if you told me that I could write Spider-Man, they'd be like, "Oh, man, Blerd gets it. He would have that motherfucker back at Horizon, have his own company. He'd be Spider-Man worldwide again. He'd have the big ups of the tech suit. He'd be as rich as Tony Stark." And you know what? I would do that. But you know what I'd also do? That motherfucker would still have shitty-ass luck. That dude would have motherfuckers trying to come bankrupt his company. That motherfucker would have them ugly-ass Green Goblin Gwen Stacy twins all, like, knocking on his damn door, talking about, "Do you got games on your phone?" That is the type of shit I would do. He would still have the terrible Parker luck. He would still be on the outs with Mary Jane. I wouldn't fix that shit. She'd still be hanging out with them two little redheaded-ass kids that shouldn't exist. Out of nowhere, she only been with Paul for what? A year? Maybe? How she got babies that look like they in pre-K? How she got kids? How she got kids this getting ready to start kindergarten? I'm just putting that out there. For those who have kids, you know what I'm talking about. But no, it is what it is. And we aren't even talking about the shit that I even want to talk about. So it is what it is. Here's what I will say about this. I have nothing to say about the Summer of Symbiotes because I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the Summer of Symbiotes. I've not been given a reason to care about the Summer of Symbiotes. I care about the Cold War stuff. I think the Cold War stuff sounds interesting because I have actually been reading both Captain America: Symbol of Truth and Sentinel of Liberty, so I do give a shit about that. Avengers Assemble, I've actually kind of fallen off of Avengers over the last, like, month or so just because there's been so much shit coming out that I'm actually behind on Avengers, so I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I didn't read Avengers Forever. I have no idea what is happening, so I have a hard time caring about that too.
Elon, you just don't want to say that shit is mid.
Well, no, I've been very vocal about the fact that I like Jason Aaron's Avengers, but I'm just saying that over the, the last issue I read, to give you guys an idea, the last video I did about Avengers, which was when Nighthawk took over as basically he was kind of holding Black Panther's seat. He joined the Avengers. That's the last issue that I read of Avengers. I haven't read anything else after that. Not because I don't want to. I've just been fucking busy. Dude, this Judgment Day shit been kicking my ass. And as far as, like, the Fall of X, Sins of Sinister, I'm very interested in both of those. I am, like, the covers alone have me interested. Just the fact that we're going to be getting a Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants comic just looks awesome to me. It looks awesome to me because we're going to be getting some crazy multiverse shit. And I like that site. I like that type of thing. And it's going to be focused on Mr. Sinister. So yeah, I'm in. I'm in for a penny, in for a fucking pound. Let's go. I love what we got here.
Bill saying you don't care about the symbiote event, even though you were talking about how much you like Al Ewing and Venom.
I don't. I don't. Why am I supposed to care? I don't even know what the fuck it is. All I know is that it's supposed to be spun out of all the different symbiote-related comics, and I've been vaguely keeping up with Carnage. I only recently got caught up on that, and I had only recently got caught up on Venom.
You're a better man than me.
I mean, I don't dislike him, though. That's the thing. I don't dislike him. I haven't been given a reason to care yet.
Here's the thing, Bill. You're saying Al Ewing's symbiote event? For the most part, Al Ewing ain't even been a motherfucker that's been on Venom. It's been
Actually,
Ram
he has
V.
been. Actually, no. Ram V hasn't been the main one. Al Ewing's wrote the last several issues himself.
Several? Because
Yes.
I don't remember a few. I don't remember.
Okay.
There's only been a handful of Eddie Brock issues over Dylan.
No. The last few issues have been very Eddie Brock. Yeah, the last few issues have been very Eddie Brock. But no, because remember what I told you? The way I kind of figured it out was that Ram V writes the Dylan stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Al writes the Eddie stuff. And let me see here. As by my estimation, they wrote the first issue. They wrote the first issue together. The second issue was Ram V, and I think the third and fourth issues were Ram V. The fifth issue was Al Ewing. The sixth one was Ram V. Seventh was Ram V. Let's see here. Eight is Al Ewing. 9 is Al Ewing. And 10 is Al Ewing. And I haven't read 11 yet. I'm pretty sure 11 is likely Ram V. Because it's
the most
Sleeper.
recent one is Dylan. Yeah, the most recent is Sleeper. And Dylan.
So they just jump
Ernie,
back
listen,
and forth.
Not to cut you off, but look in the chat real quick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You about to get that PS5, pimp.
Duh.
Talking with the lawyer and the head of FedEx. Bruh, this man about to get somebody fired. So it's a whole... Carter, you know you about to get a whole department of FedEx cleaned out?
If nigga, that's their own fault. And you know I'm trying not to use that word, but that's their own fault.
Look, I can see the lawyer right now.
Like,
Just
bruh.
tearing into their Lord.
Hey, come on now. Come on now.
Look.
Yeah, I gotta cut that out.
Look, I'm just saying. Look, hey, just I always like to keep this one on tap.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Just saying, I like to always keep that one ready.
That's wild, but
Dude, you know they gonna have you know the head of FedEx gonna have to bring you to PS5, right? Themselves. They gonna knock on your door. You gonna hear and motherfucker next to it, it's gonna be a motherfucker sitting here with his hat in his hand. Motherfucker have his hat in his hand, balled up.
Can I
Mr.
say
Presents, Mr. Presents.
No, they won't do that. They won't do that because people that aren't educated or aren't the sharpest tool in the shed, they're always gonna go to Carter Presents.
Oh yeah.
They're always gonna go to Carter Presents. But I want to say this. If I could just keep it a band, this makes me somewhat scared of Jonathan Moore.
Look, this man got this man got people in these streets. This man got people in these streets. Look, you know I ain't gonna.
It's very nice. I'm very appreciative because just this has been a fucking headache this entire week, but I'm low key scared of motherfuckers.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. When that man said already they talking to the head of FedEx, bruh. First thing I thought of, I was like, this man is about to car door somebody like Kingpin in Daredevil season 1. Somebody about to catch that car door like a motherfucker.
Ooh boy.
But yeah, nah, it's about to go down.
I'm gonna say this, but I only mean this in a joking manner, Jonathan Moda. I swear to God, I don't even believe I don't even do religion like that. I swear I mean this in the most funny of ways, Jonathan Moore. You got some bodies somewhere.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that motherfucker got a body. He got a graveyard full of motherfuckers. Oh goddamn! Oh Lord!
Why
Man,
was I thinking of Mall of Memphis when they destroyed it and folks just found them bodies?
Just finding bodies everywhere.
But I just found bodies around.
Which is messed because it sounds like something you'd be like, man, they ain't finding no bodies. Yeah, no, they actually. We used to have we had a mall, the Mall of Memphis. We used to call it the Mall of Murder. Because they used to have drive-bys and shootings and shit there like all the time, and people was constantly getting shot and stabbed at the mall.
But if
the
you
mall
went
got
back and wanted to learn how to ice skate,
that's where you went. Also, they had the gold mine right across from the ice skating rink. It was an arcade called the Gold Mine that was used to stay having motherfuckers that are playing Street Fighter. I remember because the Gold Mine, it was the only place, like this is back when like Killer Instinct first came out. I remember the Gold Mine was that type of arcade where when you heard that Ultra Combo, you can hear that shit from Claire's.
Yeah, you heard that motherfucker from the food court.
Motherfuckers be running. First off, and mind you, the food court was upstairs. Motherfuckers would be running to the ledge because the food court, you could look over the ledge, look down into the ice skating rink, but you could also see into the gold mine. Motherfuckers would be running damn near falling over the ledge to the ice skating rink that was a whole story below. Talking about, man, who getting broke off?
You heard that, or you heard somebody catching a fatality, and you could be in the fucking movie theater.
Yeah,
that was
you hear that shit,
and you heard it. Mall of Memphis was lit, man.
Oh yeah, I missed that shit. And here, and to put even a finer point on it, the movie theater that was a part of the Mall of Memphis was technically a separate fucking building. That's how you know that shit was loud. That's how you knew that motherfucker was loud. But yeah, they decommissioned that motherfucker like years ago, like decades ago, and then they finally
after
tore
they
it
got
down.
rid of the movie theater, everything went downhill.
Well, remember, because it was like it was where you used to have to go to get your license and shit, and they had I think there was a police station inside of it at one point, some shit.
That's where Carter bought his very first Game Boy Pocket when they first came out, with Pokemon Red and Ready to Rumble boxing.
Man, Lord have mercy. I feel because we just kind of went way off the rails over the last. We're just gonna call it what it was. Let's get these super chats because we got some super chats in here as well. We got one from Tubes. One says, I feel like this Fall of X is setting up a Rise of X. That has this whole era centered around Resurrection. They aren't gonna get rid of this that easily. I don't think they're gonna get rid of the core tenets of House of X. I just think that shit's gonna become less. Like, some people have been kind of bringing this up too, and I've noticed it myself, that a lot of the shit that was going on that Jonathan Hickman was very likely setting up, a lot of it has actually kind of been getting undone. Kieran Gillen's actually been going through a Judgment Day kind of, get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that shit. Yeah, get rid of that shit. And Al Ewing's kind of been doing the same. And they've been tackling a lot of the problematic nature of some things that have been going on with like certain characters like Charles Xavier. Like, Charles Xavier gonna catch a bullet for this all over with. He already caught one in X-Force #1, but he gonna catch a real one from somebody else. And you never know. We might get a part. Because Magneto is gone right now. We might actually see Charles next. Charles might catch that work here real soon. And be gone for a while. Because what Legion of X is actually kind of seeming like they're trying to go in the direction, like Cy Spurrier is trying to push in the direction that Legion is going to wind up being the one that's going to be running shit. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We got Playboy, speaking of Legion, Playboy Legion with 499 says, oh, okay, with the whole multiverse, what if they bring me into the MCU? It could be a different actor to play me. I mean, I don't know if I don't think they'll get a different. I think they might keep. If they bring back Legion, if they put Legion in the MCU, I would be kind of shocked if they didn't bring back was it Dan Stevens?
Mm-hmm. I think what they'll do is bring him back, but give him the hairdo.
Yeah, that would be the big deal. I don't think the hair will be as high. You know, the higher the hair, the closer to God. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think he'll have the hair in a way, but like it might be this tall off his head, but it ain't gonna be like.
Yeah, it might be Adam Francis.
yeah, off DVD. Bruh, oh my god. Let's see here. What else we got? We got one. The $20 from Jonathan Moto says comics are comics. Things always get rubber band effect and go back to the basic stories. It just pulls on the band and then it hits a limit. It has to revert back to its original position. That's what I've always understood it as.
I don't like it, but I like that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like, you know, when everybody was freaking out about Batman Rest in Peace. I don't know if you remember that story, Carter.
Yeah, I remember that story. I remember that.
I remember people were mad about that shit. They was like, "Oh man, y'all done made Martha and Thomas Wayne some whole freaks out here. Y'all got Thomas Wayne selling Martha's ass out here in these goddamn gentlemen's clubs and all this other shit." And I was like, y'all know this shit is gonna get retconned. The first chance a new writer is on this book. And what happened? It was all a lie. Hell, actually, immediately after, they did New 52, so pretty much it was forgotten anyway. But yeah, they do that shit all the time. That's why, like, once again, it doesn't bother me. I don't take it personally. I never take it as an affront to me as a human being or an insult to my intelligence. I've just honestly, it's kind of like how how everybody loves anime and manga.
Yes.
Anime and manga has something similar. Only instead of doing the reverting back to the status quo, you know what they do? Run too fucking long. They run for forever to the point where it's time to come to an end and people are unhappy with the ending because the journey took 5 fucking ever. And then you finally get to the end. Because think about it, there's a lot of people right now in this world on She-Hulk's internet talking about how much they hate Naruto, that they've always hated Naruto. And them same folks was the same ones who was watching Naruto day in, day out, reading all the scans and shit like that. But you know why they hate Naruto, Carter? Because they don't like the ending. The ending made a lot of folks hate Naruto just on principle alone. I see this. And matter of fact, you know what's happening right now? A lot of the people who were gaga over My Hero Academia, because they don't like where the story's going right now, a lot of them are trying to act the same goddamn way. It's that Dark Knight bullshit. You either end the manga early or you go long enough that everybody fucking hates you. It is what it is. You take your pick. We all have our faults. Let's see here.
What was the end of Naruto?
Honestly, don't ask me, man. I don't remember. But I don't hate Naruto as a result of that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't watching Naruto day in and day out, that I did just mainline 100 episodes of Naruto in a weekend. I'm not going to act like that didn't happen.
I have never sat down and fully watched in a complete 22-minute episode of Naruto. I've only seen that sequel
clips?
series. I've only seen the clips. No. The second Naruto, Shippuden.
Oh, Shippuden, yeah.
Same thing. I've seen a few YouTube clips of Shippuden, and I've seen a few YouTube clips of Burrito. Like, that's it. That's all I've seen of Naruto.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, anytime a story runs long enough, that's kind of why comics for me work as a medium, because whereas with anime and manga, they usually run so fucking long that they either get really, like Dragon Ball has run way too long, is too goddamn ridiculous. I can't even I never took Dragon Ball seriously to begin with, but as a story, I really can't take that shit fucking serious anymore now, because they just always doing some dumbass shit on that show just because they pushed the envelope so far. They have to be ridiculous just to overcome the shit that they did before. And that's a lot of the reason why with anime and manga, I've always preferred series that were shorter, because it always gets to that point where, people may complain that American comics, they always, tell a story, then go back to the status quo after, a couple of years. There's a reason why they do that, because, if you keep going for so long, you kind of have to, you're going to get some bad stories, or you're going to get some shit that's going to be kind of weird, because they got to do something. and either they come up with something new that nobody likes, or they retread the same shit that everyone's already had but is okay with seeing again. It is what it is. Gokon Shrews Baby's father with the $2 super chat says, Jonathan Motor, a real kingpin out here in these streets.
Man.
Look,
Somebody done worn some cement shoes. Thanks to
Man,
Jonathan
what?
Motor.
and look, we ain't talking about that animated series Spider-Man where he was all like, no, we ain't talking about that. We talking about the Kangpin. The Kangpin.
It makes me so mad that my Google Pixel it had the black screen of death. Because that shit is over there right now. And I can't find that clip anymore. I got to make it myself.
Oh, no,
So
I
used to have
found it.
that
I
in
found
my
it.
phone. Okay.
I'll have to
I
send it
had
to
that
you.
shit in my phone saved. I used to just pull it up some days just to give myself a laugh.
Bruh.
That was my cheer me up. We should have leaded that clip.
Bruh. We're gonna kind of do some. We're kind of doing everything out of order, but we're just because I realize how late we are. We're gonna answer these super chats, do our recommendations. My recommendation is gonna be real quick.
You can say them both because I think it's the same one.
I think we got the same one this week. BS Filter says, with the $5 super chat says, Blerd Carter, I grew up in Memphis, stayed near Southside High. The mall is gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, put
It's
it in
gone
the
big
chat.
time.
That mall been gone.
It's gone.
He said he left he said he hadn't been there since 2008. He hadn't been in Memphis since 2008.
I think it
gone before
was
that.
not long after that too.
Okay.
It was not long. I think it was like 20.
No, it was gone because
was it 2010 when they did? Because I feel like I had left Memphis and came back.
well,
I was in Jonesboro for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm actually looking it up right now.
cool because I feel like it was gone before that.
It may have been. It may have
When
been.
I was in high school, that shit was gone. Like that was like 04, 05.
Here, let's see here. Dude, the Mall of Memphis got its own Wikipedia page. Lord.
Sick. Because I think it was already gone at that point. Raleigh Springs Mall was going. Because that was the lit mall after the Mall of Memphis went under.
Okay,
Raleigh
here it
Springs.
is. I found it. Okay.
What we got?
So the mall. Oh no, the mall was demolished in 2004. Shit,
That's what I
it was
thought.
actually earlier than
That's
I
what I
thought. So yeah,
that's what I thought.
it was gone. You probably just didn't hear about it. But but apparently, what they were doing is they were setting up to build a Walmart on that location.
Which is so nasty.
But because it was like 22, they were gonna use like 22 of the 95 acres that was over there for a Walmart. And then they said apparently there was some kind of fuck up with Walmart, and there was some corporate shit that was going on, and they didn't want to build too much too fast, some bullshit like that, and then they just abandoned the whole area. But apparently it is now a tag truck center by Lone Star Truck Group. I don't drive out that way very often, so yeah. I did not know. I'll have to drive by sometime and check it out. But yeah, I love how at the bottom it says, see also Dead Mall. Oh, goddamn. Lord.
I like how somebody else in the chat said that was where the best GameStop was, across the street at American Way Plaza. And that's the one I worked at, and that's how you and I know each other.
Bruh. Shit is wild.
Oh God, midnight.
And while this isn't a question, I see some people talk about chat. You talk about serialized anime. Yeah, I can't watch it either. It is. I just can't. I refuse. I refuse to do it. Don't care. Our recommendations this week: do a power bomb. Number 5. Go read it, please, 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 please. Go read it. It was like in the words of Rob from Comics Explain. It was amazing. God damn it. It was here. Look, this, like, it had everything. It had tables. It had ladders. It had chairs. It had chains. It had barbed wire baseball bats. It had barbed wire baseball bats with nails in them. It had tope called hellos. Yes, it had thumbtacks. It had drama. It had synergy. It had great storytelling. It had fantastic moves in it. And you know, sometimes when you you see a comic book cover, has something on it, you're like, oh, that's just not gonna happen in the comic. No, all this shit you see right here with Cobra Sun holding the barbed wire baseball bat on top of the ladder, and old girl with the chain, and dude with the barbed wire, chair and Olga. I think the only thing that didn't happen was that kendo stick. That kendo stick, the only thing that probably didn't actually happen that I remember. I don't even want to say what the fuck happens in this book. Just know, go fucking read it. It's fucking amazing. Go do a power bomb, which I honestly thought was going to end with issue number 5. Apparently, it's just going to keep going. Keep going. Daniel Warren Johnson could do no wrong. Just keep fucking writing and drawing that shit, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's see. Okay, we got a few questions. We're gonna run through those real quick as well. For the Discord questions segment, got one from Prince of Apathy. Says Harrison Ford announced as Thunderbolt Ross maybe in Captain America: New World Order. Is this a one and done since he's 80 years old? I mean, dude's doing Indiana Jones, for Christ's sakes. So this is what I was trying to tell Carter last week, or whenever it came up. That man gonna do whatever the fuck he want. You can't sit here and tell me this man out here playing Indiana Jones. You know they backed the Brinks truck up. He gonna play that motherfucker, and it's not like he's only gonna be doing mocap anyway. For Red Hulk, if Red Hulk appears, cut check. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you who I wish they would have gotten. Me personally, you know, I wish they would have gotten Carter.
Who was that?
Do you remember? Oh my God, what was old boy's name? Oh, yeah. You remember our boy Stephen Lang?
Oh, yeah.
That's who I wish they would get for Thunderbolt Ross. Those are what I'm talking about. Stephen Lang.
He wanted to be Cable.
Yeah, no, he did, and he would be a great Cable. But those don't know, Stephen Lang's just a gentleman right here who was an Avatar. He's also, what was the movie, Don't Breathe? Yep. The first one, that second, he was the blind man. And he's fantastic. Dude is a fantastic actor. He's a fantastic actor. That's who I would have gotten, personally.
Yeah, I was real salty when they didn't make him Cable, because he bulked up and everything to be Cable in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, and they did not give him the role, which I don't know. Maybe it was because they felt, I don't know why they did what they did, personally. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to play off the fact that Josh Brolin, he was playing Thanos at the time. Maybe they thought that would drive more butts to the seats. I don't know. But I don't think it really mattered in the end regardless. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. We also got one from LJ Brown. Says, based on the MCU slate, what would you rather have a special rather than a series or movie? P.S. Carter told his guest, you better squeak when I clap them cheeks with Nutella. And did you notice it was empty? I mean, Carter is perplexed. But yes. Let's see here. As far as stuff that I think that could have been a special, I think Echo should be a special. But I think it's going to be a series, but which I'm fine with. Personally, I'm fine with that. I think that if you were to do anything more with Moon Knight, if you were to do another Moon Knight, I don't think that should be a special. I think you should do another season of Moon Knight. If you wanted to do anything more with Hawkeye, I think that should be a special. Like if you did a follow-up to the Hawkeye series, I think it should be a special. I think you tell that story like, boom, like that. Let's see, anything else? Is there anything else I can think of off the top of my head that is coming to Disney Plus? Okay, I tell you what. I actually think the Ironheart series is coming out because he also put a follow-up question to that as well. I think the Ironheart TV show could actually be a special. But, you know, let it be. If it's a TV show, it's fine if it works. I think Armor Wars got upgraded from TV show to movie.
Oh,
what's up?
I said that was cold.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I think Secret Invasion should be a TV show or a special, maybe a special. I don't know if not a special because I feel like Secret Invasion is something that's a full story that you need to kind of dive into a little bit more. But honestly, with Armor Wars, even though it got upgraded to a movie, before we knew that, if that wasn't the case, I would have said Armor Wars should have been a special too. So there you go. But being a movie, I think, is even better for something like that. But they also brought up, speaking of Ironheart, There says a rumor that Sacha Baron Cohen is going to play Mephisto in Ironheart. I don't know how true that is. If it happens, I don't know if I would like it. The thing is, Sacha Baron Cohen is mostly known for their comedic stuff. They actually do have the capacity to be serious and be really good at it. So technically, while at first my knee-jerk reaction is say, ugh, no. But now that I'm like thinking about it, it's like, maybe. Because Mephisto isn't really that serious all the time. There's times where Mephisto does joke and, can be funny, has the capacity to be funny, and be serious, too, at the same time. So, yeah. We got another one here from Urban Prince Strong Styles. Says, let's see here. Says, hey, Blerd and Carter, do you think after the Fall of X, we will see a new X-Men team instead of the regulars? I really want to see new, fresh characters on the team, like the Silver Samurai, Gorgon, Toad, etc. No. I think you'll see some, but you're always going to have some of those core members of the X-Team, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because when they have tried in the past to do a whole new X-Team with new characters or younger characters that weren't the same old, you still always had the older X-Men characters around. Because that's what people want to see. When they read an X-Men book, a lot of people, they want to see Wolverine. They want to see Cyclops. They want to see Jean Grey. They want to see Rogue. They want to see Storm. They want to see all those mainstay characters that they have been seeing for the past 75 years. It just is what it is. And a lot of times, too, when they don't have those characters present, the books don't sell as well. Do with that information what you will. I don't agree that they... with the people that will just not read it because it doesn't have the OG X-Men in it, I think you should be open to new ideas, but I'm not the one that gets to make those decisions. And then last question from Discord, Ed Boy in the Cut says, what do you think about Blue Marvel being a 1960s-style documentary special presentation? I think that would be gangster. I think that'd actually be really good. And I think they should do one for Isaiah Bradley. Do one for Isaiah Bradley as well. I think those would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
I think they should.
Isaiah Bradley one would be cold to see, if done well.
If done, thank you for adding that. If done well. If done well. All right, now let's get into questions from the chat. We actually, we got a 33 months from Gunmetal Sage here in the gold mine of Blerd Club. Says, what a Blerd Koa. They name drop Luke Cage and She-Hulk and nobody even noticed. You know what? I heard the name and I thought I misheard it. I thought I heard Luke Cage's name come up, but I was like, nah, I didn't hear that shit. But now that you've said that, I'm now starting to wonder if either we have a shared delusion or I heard what I thought I heard. Kind of like how, everybody thinks that there was that movie with Sinbad where he was a genie. Yeah, same thing. The Mandela effect. We just had a Mandela effect moment, or we saw we heard what we heard. Yes, I also think Damage Control would have been a good special presentation. That would have been really cool. I think you could do, if you wanted to bring back Hellstrom, but do it as a special presentation, that would be cool. I think that would be awesome. You know what? Here, I'm giving you this one for free. What if we got a Midnight Suns special presentation for next Halloween?
That would be cool.
Like, it doesn't have to be everybody, but like, you could bring back Werewolf by Night. You bring back the Werewolf, Jack Russell, have Man-Thing and Elsa Bloodstone in it, because they are members of, all three of them are members of the Midnight Suns, technically. You could bring in Mahershala Ali as Blade. Jared Leto could stay home on this one, but if you had to bring Jared Leto, fine, whatever. I could care less if Morbius is there or not. And you could, I tell you what, I know a lot of people want Johnny Blaze, but I wouldn't be fucked up. Was it Gabriel Luna was the guy that played him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Bring back Robbie Reyes. Bring back that version of Ghost Rider.
That would be cool.
Dude, I would. I'm going to tell you right now.
If that Charger pulled up,
Woo!
that would be
boy. You know what? I would even say, if you wanted to have a vampire there, it don't even have to be Morbius. You could bring in any other fucking vampire in Marvel Comics, and I would be perfectly fine with it. You could make up a vampire character, I would give a shit. But yeah, most certainly. Also, we got some other ones in here too that I missed apparently, because they popped up after the fact. We got one from Sting of the Nine Ball. Says, what up, my brothers and sisters in Blerd Co? A question of the day. With the run of She-Hulk finally concluded with Disney Plus, and what a ride it has been, what can you see as another character or series they can use to go about a steady, day-to-day life of someone? A very top pick for me will be Dwayne McDuffie and Ernie Colon's Damage Control. Yes. Given, since Leapfrog just debuted, they could throw him in this and Hercules. I can see that. Oh, it says PS2, the certain people who liked the idea of She-Hulk, but never read her comic out there in the internet space of social media and despise the show. As Blerd said it, everybody want to watch a meta TV show, but nobody want to watch a meta TV show. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. I paraphrased Paul Mooney when I said that shit, but but that is what it is. Here's my thing. If you are going to do more day-to-day slice-of-life shit set in the MCU, give me Spider-Woman. Give me Spider-Woman. Because I love that comic where... I'm not saying she got to be pregnant, but I'm just saying I love that comic where she was pregnant and it was just about her day-to-day shit that was going on. Yeah, with Spider-Woman. Honestly, if you gave me if I had my druthers, I think another one that you could potentially do. Oh man, give me the Great Lakes Avengers.
Yuck.
Give me the Great Lakes because we already got Mr. Immortal. Go ahead and give me them Great Lakes Avengers. Give me them Great Lakes. Give me them Great Lakes. Ooh, you know what you could do? Bring back the Daughters of the Dragon. There you go. Daughters of the Dragon. That'd be cool. You could do they can still be doing their detective shit, but just have them doing random other shit just here and there, kind of sprinkled.
Don't ask me
in through there.
Why I started thinking of the Daughters of Aku from Samurai Jack. That was that last season. So that's when Samurai Jack actually got deep inside. Did you read what Mailman just put in the chat?
Let me see.
So he says, not a question, but someone asked Sal from Comic Pop if he can collab with you. He said he has watched your streams and he was down to do it.
Lord. What?
Apparently he's seen us. Because if he's seen your streams, he's seen my ass. So.
Hey, I mean, I'm not against it.
That's one of those where, now this is going to be another case of where I would respectfully bow out.
Oh, what? You would bow out?
Because everybody would be here for Blerd Without Fear, Sal, Comments Explain, Dope Spear. They're not here for me. They're here for your ass. This would be one of those cases where I would bow out again to let the Avengers.
Oh my god,
meet up.
This motherfucker. I mean, hey, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all. I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, I'll hit him up. I'll hit up Sal. I'll hit him up. Let's see. We got us another one here. We got Shadow the Cat 99 says, I'm gonna start reading Judgment Day soon, and it got me wondering, what is your favorite huge crossover event in comics? Hope you all have a great week. My favorite? Oh man. Honestly,
mine's gonna be a basic bitch answer, but go ahead.
I think for me, crossover wise, man, that is actually there's so many good ones. Okay, mine, I don't know, is probably going to surprise people or maybe not. I don't know. I will say, just for the scope and how... Well, no, I won't say that because I don't feel like that was as huge a crossover as people make it out to be. So, no, I take that back. I'm going to pick just the granddaddy of them all. Because that motherfucker was huge and long and down to get the friction on. And that is Blackest Night. That shit lasted for 5 fucking ever. For those who I'm talking about, that's the DC Comics Green Lantern mega crossover with the Black Lanterns and shit. Also, I thought of another answer while I was sitting here thinking. Give me a Juggernaut or a Taskmaster special. I would watch the fuck out of a Taskmaster one, but it's got to be my Taskmaster, the real Taskmaster.
No, motherfucker, no, slow.
No, I
you
want the
gonna
other
take
one.
what you got in Black Widow.
If she could be funny, cool, but I just don't see it happening. But Juggernaut, if you give me Juggernaut, I would be down for that shit. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's see.
Fucked up, yo.
What's that?
Because I said I would bow out for that specific episode of the Blerd Cave. Where is Absolute Venom? That man said, "You are not Hawkeye. You have value here."
bruh. Man said, you are high value. Ain't that?
Hey, come on now. Hawkeye been cool up until Thunderbolt. Stop.
Look,
Stop.
man, leave that man alone. Leave Hawkeye alone. Let's see. They asked, we got one here from Nerdlar says, did we talk about them dragons or them rings yet? Okay,
I don't watch either.
He does not watch either. I watch both. I'm current on House of the Dragon. I have only watched half of the Rings of Power finale because I knew I was going to be up till 7 this morning, and I almost overslept, so I'm glad I didn't. I'm actually going to finish it after this. But I will say this. As far as House of the Dragon goes, I've been loving it. I do kind of feel like I agree with George R.R. Martin. I do kind of feel like they're doing a few too many time jumps. I kind of wish they would let some of these periods breathe a little bit. But I get why they're doing it because they want to get through and tell the story. Because they're kind of making it sound like they're only going to do the 1 season. Or maybe they'll do 2 seasons, maybe. But George R.R. Martin says they need like 3 or 4 of them hoes. But I don't know. We'll see. But I will say I love House of the Dragon thus far. And as far as Rings of Power go, I loved everything I saw up to this point where I'm at, where it is, I'm halfway through the season finale. I will say I got far enough to see the double reveal about the stranger. I'm not going to say what it is in case no one's seen it yet and don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to talk about that part of it, but I'm just saying there was a double reveal in this season, because everybody's like, oh, who's the stranger? Who's the stranger? Who's the stranger? They tell you he's one person, but then almost, I think either by the start of the next episode or almost midway through the next episode, they're like, oh, no. That is not who that is. And the funny thing was, I almost hated it at first because when they said who he was at first, I was like, oh, I don't like this. This is stupid.
I've played enough Oddworld games. I know who the stranger is. I played Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I know who stranger is.
Not that stranger. Anyway, the real stranger is what I'm talking about here. But like Carter said earlier, Ernie likes to wait for the other shoe to drop, and that's what I did. I didn't get mad about it. I just kept on watching the show, and then 15 minutes later, they were like, "Psych! He is not that motherfucker. He is the dude you thought he was all along." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I can ride with that." But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But I've been loving the show so far. Let's see here. It says, I got a math question. It says, if future Moira controls all of the tech plus Krakoa and the machine being rebooted following them getting burnt, it could Moira control the whole darn thing as Planet Moira? I don't know. Hurt. That actually did hurt my head just a minute, just to quantify all that mathematics. But what I think is going to wind up happening with that, oh man, tough. But I feel like future Moira, if aligned with the Phalanx as is hinted, it's possible. It's possible. I actually want to see a callback to Powers of 10. If they got to a point where because everything with what was it, 10 Deaths of Wolverine?
Yeah.
Was the Moira stuff, and they kept calling back to the year 1000 part, and the whole that giant ball of phalanx that that came to the fucking big ass planet phalanx shit that was happening. I would be interested to see if we come to find out later that Moira was actually a part of that, or that Moira becomes like this sentient version of the phalanx. I'd be interested to see that. I would be very interested to see that. But I think as far as like the Machine and Krakoa goes, I think Krakoa is going to be fine. I think they will be able to save Krakoa. They're going to need a really big egg, though. Really big egg. Also, I felt bad for Egg in this week's issues, because he was like, man, why is it always me that's got to die? He was like, why is it always got to be me? Why can't it be Proteus? But no, I think the Krakoans are going to figure out a way to help the Eternals to come up with a resurrection plan that doesn't involve killing random humans. Also, rest in peace. F's in the chat for Sally, Zion the Mimitar's friend. F's in the chat because she gone. Lord have mercy, she gone. That little the black girl that the Hex was texting with in Death to the Mutants. Carter looks confused, so I assume he did not read it. Let's see here. Let's see. So we got Taskmaster at home. Lord, Super Patriot and Spider Boy. What was the Batman and Wolverine amalgam? Batclaw. Yeah, can we have a
Dark Claw? Yeah.
Dark Claw. Yeah. I used to call it Batclaw, but it was Dark Claw. We have Spider Patriot Spider. Can we get that? Let's see here. Do we have anything else? I'm kind of doing quick scanning, so I may miss something. Let's see here.
Well, we got a $5 super chat from Talali House.
Oh shit! There you go.
I think y'all should hit Sal up. I super chatted him, and he says he'd be down to be on the Blerd Cave. Ernie and Carter, 100 years.
100 years of Blerd Cave. If
I'm doing this for 100 years, my money management skills are terrible.
Oh man, look. I mean, you know what? I will say this. I wouldn't mind doing it for 100 years if we could at some point get it upgraded to being like like an actual. Now I don't want to get canceled like Deez Zamero's show did.
Okay, you bring it up. Okay, I'm gonna say that was one reason I can't wait to move back, because what the idea you have for us to do the cave, I'd like.
Yeah, no, like the way we could do it like live, I don't know like what we did. I'm talking about like not like how we did it when he was here in Memphis, like similar, but like dress it up a lot more is what I'm talking about. That's the plan. Once we can get Carter back, because honestly, something I was even wanting to do, I was actually wanting to have like a legit, like this is pie in the sky. I'm not saying this happened, but this is down the road shit. I would love to have an actual studio. Like kind of like how when I used to be in bands, we would get studios where or practice rooms. We would rent out spaces where we would have our shit, and we just go there and not have to lug everything over every fucking time. That's what I would want to have for kind of like what Double Toasted do, because that's what they do. They have a place. They're not doing everything in Corey's house. I mean, they do sometimes, but they actually have a place they go to where they do their show. And that's what I would love to have for this, where I have a place where I can just go, everything is set up, I don't have to do anything, I don't have to move shit, everything is where it needs to be, but I can also still have my setup at home and not have to touch anything. That is what I would like.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, so check out what Kind of Funny just did with their new studio. I need to take a look at that. Let's see here. It said, Drum says, maybe you mentioned, but what's the House of X, Dawn of X, Reign of X? Okay, so basically, so the way it starts, you got House of X, Powers of 10. That's where you start. After all that wraps up, after that crossover wraps up, that's when you jump into the Dawn of X. And then there's the Dawn of X stuff, and the Dawn of X is basically just all the titles, all the X books that came out after House of X. That's basically what that is. And then after you get towards the end of Dawn of X, that's when Ten of Swords comes in. And once you kind of get past that and a little bit after that, you start getting to like the Reign of X stuff, which is once again just all the titles, all the X titles that are out. That's really all that is at the time. With the exception of like maybe X-Men Legends, because that's more like cleaning up old continuity. And then the House of 92 stuff, that's not part of that either. And then you get through like your Trial of Magneto, your Inferno, and that's when you kind of swap over to the Destiny of X. And once again, just all the current titles that are out right now, Judgment Day, so on and so forth. And after that, that's when we'll move into Fall of X, and you go from there. Same thing. There'll probably be some crossover. There's Sins of Sinister. That's going to be the big story arc of the Destiny of X era, and then you'll go on from there later in that summer. So it'll be a thing. Let's see here. We got Sinclair Ports with the 199 super chat. Didn't even say anything. Just dropping something to play. We appreciate it, pimp. We appreciate it. Keith Petty says, when will you and Carter have a live production with an actual studio on? That's what I would love to have that at some point. That is way down the road.
Shit.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to sound ugly as hell when I say this. I have to also get to a point where I feel like I would have an audience for anything that I do here in Memphis, because that's kind of the funny thing. For as much as I am, a somewhat of a little big deal to y'all, no one in Memphis really knows who the fuck I am.
I'm shocked motherfuckers come up to me here in LA. Like,
yeah,
bro.
Like we are more well known outside of Memphis. Memphis as a whole doesn't really. No one in Memphis really knows who the fuck I am, nor care who the fuck I am. Because there are people who know me here. Like, I think, you know what? The other day at the McDonald's, a dude was handing me my food through the window. He stopped and kind of froze for a second. He was like, you look mad familiar. And I was like, and at the time, it didn't really dawn on me. Didn't think about it. And it wasn't until I was driving off and eating my fries out of the bag, I was like, oh shit, he probably watches the YouTube channel. So if you were that person, hi. Anyway. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh yeah, no, I see what nobody except me was saying. Said kind of funny. Just had 24-hour stream into this morning for their new studio. They've been working on for over a year. So cool. A blurred version of that in Memphis. Goat, but it's a lot of work. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the part.
Just say you don't want to do it in Memphis because it's too ghetto. Just say it.
I mean, look.
You had to do that shit. Nah, you probably had to do that shit in like Midtown.
Here, let me see. Here, Bill just brought up something that I find interesting. Are there any Asian comic book YouTubers that have the same level as Blerd Without Fear to cover Asian Marvel superheroes? I don't know any. Not off the top of my head. And I will say I generally don't go out of my way looking for other comic book YouTubers for the same reasons I always say, because I don't want to get an idea in my head that could potentially come from somebody else, and then I feel like I'm copying that person, and while no one else would probably notice, I would be the one who would obsess over it. So, and I am my own worst enemy. So that is part of why I don't do it. This
motherfucker mailman just said the 3-6 Mafia of comics,
bruh. Ask me who Crunchy Black is. Oh my God, this motherfucker, the 3-6 of comics. Y'all ain't shit. Oh, goddamn. Let's see here.
$10 super chat from Mr. Wright. Ernie, you plan on getting Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
I do actually. I haven't determined which one I will get, but what will very likely happen is, because my daughter will very likely want to play Pokemon as well, I will probably get both and just let her pick which one she wants. And she will probably pick Violet, so I will play Scarlet.
I'm still mad I have never beaten one.
What? Dude.
I've gotten close. I almost beat Y.
Okay.
Was Y
Yeah,
the
that was
red
X
one?
and Y.
Was Y the red one or the blue one? Whichever one was the red one, I came very close, and then I
That was
stopped playing
Y.
it.
That was
Okay.
Y. Because it was Xerneas. Xerneas was blue.
Yeah,
That
and
was
I ended up getting Xerneas from a fucking Wonder Trade when I was in a McDonald's on my lunch break, and I just started breaking folks off of him. And I put a Rattata in that Wonder Trade and got Xerneas. So I'm like, yeah, somebody is hot.
Oh,
but,
no, I believe it.
I came very close to beating that one, and then I started playing Monster Hunter 4. And then when I went back to it, I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do, so I sold it.
Tear the cave up 2022.
Stop it. You stop it. Blerd when the smoke clears, bro.
Oh my god. Rubius Archo says, has anyone seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game yet? Yes. I think we both seen it. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
I think that game is going to be real difficult for a certain group of people. I think the killers are going to be running roughshod in that game, but that's just me.
I like that it's not just Leatherface. That's interesting to use the whole family.
Yeah, it's the whole family. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 3v3 or 3v4 or something like that. Whatever the case is, I'm actually going to look this up. But yeah, basically where normally it's a game where the killer is by themselves. The killer is typically by themselves in these cases, usually. In this case, this is not the case here. I think it's 3v3 or 3v4. Here, let's pull this up.
I would never wear a lampshade hat and or a Wolverine shirt.
This man.
You might see a gangster walk. You might see it come out. You know a new current thing that's happening recently is everybody talking about Juka. Everybody talking about Juka.
Really?
Yeah, I got a fucking notification from the official Nike app talking about Memphis Jukin and Air Force Ones. I swear to God, I got that notification yesterday.
Lord.
It wasn't even the sneakers app. It was the Nike official joint. Talking about Memphis Jukin and how Air Force Ones are a part of that movement. I thought they were going to say we got some Memphis Jukin Air Force Ones. I would have thrown the whole damn phone away. But we didn't.
Oh, I was right. It was 3v4. It's 3v4. 3 killers, 4 survivors.
Okay.
So there you go. Also, we got St. Clair Ports with another... Dude, the 49 says, sorry, I can't do more, but I'm a poor grad student. Are y'all going to watch the adaptation of Octavia Butler's Kindred on FX? Yeah.
What is that?
So Carter, are you familiar with Octavia Butler's novels?
No.
Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and get a.
Or
well, I'm not going to
educate. That should
educate.
be talked about after the cave because I just saw what time it was.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the cave. I'm just gonna say she's a black author of that has done a ton of different. She's been doing books for like years. But yeah, I would just say go look her up. But I will check it out. I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know they were putting that on FX. But now that I know, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's see here. Bill says, have you seen Kieran Gillen's newsletter regarding how he sets the timeline of events from Judgment Day 5 to 6? It is that mind-blowing. I'll look at it after, and I'll make a note to come back and talk about it next week on the show, because we are actually egregiously over on time. We're 3.5 hours in, and I normally don't even like to go that long, but we always seem to wind up doing it anyway. We usually having long-ass, drawn-out conversations, but I guess that's why y'all come here. That's yeah. We are trying. We're trying. Next week we will strive not to have a show that's over 3 hours. But anyways, Carter, that is the show. Do you have anything you want to announce?
No,
I don't have anything I want to announce.
I'll keep everybody updated on the situation. Again, if you want to know the situation, it's on my Twitter. I gave a status update this morning about what happened yesterday. So yeah. Don't ask me. Just read the Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Well, I will say that the only thing I will say is be on the lookout. I think I said this last week, but that I was thinking about doing this, but now I actually have started the process of doing this. I am actually working on separate videos for the Man Thing, Werewolf by Night, and Elsa Bloodstone. Those will be coming soon, and maybe even possibly a couple of other characters for Halloween that are part of the Marvel horror side of things. And yeah. So, I guess, and next week, what's next week? I think we got Black Adam next week, don't we? Or is that the week after? When is Black
You can
Adam?
have that. I have tried. I can't.
Let's see here. When does it drop? Oh, yeah, it is next week. So, we'll have Black Adam next week. I will review it. Carter will just stare at me,
Wait,
like I'm crazy.
Not the movie, right?
Yeah, the movie comes out next week.
I thought you were talking about the fucking comic. Yeah, I'm going to see that. I get paid next week. Hell yeah.
Why do you think I was talking about the comic?
Because you just said Black Adam, and I thought Black Adam, because it didn't come out this week, so I assume maybe it came out next week.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what
next
you were
week.
talking about. Yeah,
next week.
I can't get with that comic, but yeah, I'm all over the movie. Yeah.
That comic is fine, man. Leave that boy alone. Anyway, we are out of here. We are we appreciate everybody. We appreciate everyone in the chat, everyone that gave us regular chats, super chats, Blerd Club memberships, everyone that's watching the VOD, after this is off the air, and also everyone who's going to be listening to this later on Spotify. If you somehow sat through 3.5 hours, god damn, we appreciate all of you, and yeah, we will see you all next time. For Blerd Koa, for Earth's Mightiest Subscribers, for Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear. You have been watching the Blerd Cave, and David Zaslav, you can go to hell.